is brought to you by
the Yingling Shamrock Marathon Weekend is back, March the 14th through the 16th. Come find your pot of gold at the charming Virginia Beach Oceanfront. This 3-day event features the Yingling Shamrock Marathon, Anthem Shamrock Half Marathon, and the Talon Bank Shamrock 8K. Claim your spot now before this epic event sells out at shamrockmarathon.com. Again, that's shamrockmarathon.com. Good morning at 6 a.m. This is your Fox Sports Update. There is a lot of free agency chaos ensuing. For quarterback, Sam Darnold has signed with the Seattle Seahawks for 3 years, $100.5 million. Justin Fields signed with the New York Jets for 2 years, $40 million. And wide receiver Josh Palmer signed a deal with the Bills for 3 years and $36 million. Josh Sweat was a big name in free agency for the defensive side of the ball. He has signed with the Arizona Cardinals for 4 years, $76.4 million. As far as your Washington Commanders, they made a big-time trade, landing Pro Bowl offensive lineman Laramie Tunsil, giving up a 2025 third and seventh round pick and a second and fourth round picks in the future in 2026. Washington also signed defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw to a 3-year, $15 million deal. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310 AM, 4.9 FM, always streaming live on YouTube at Cova Sports TV, and live on the Fox Sports 1310 app. With Suave and myself and Johnny D, we got a packed show for you this morning. Let's get to it.
live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, the official home of the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310. Along with Suave and J-Lo, here's your host, Johnny D.
Hey, it's a Tuesday. Great to be with you. The Morning Drive, Fox Sports 1310 AM, the Fox Sports 1310 app, alongside Mr. Suave, Mr. J-Lo, yours truly, Johnny D. A lot of NFL news and notes to get into. Day one is in the books. It got to the point, boys, yesterday afternoon. Of course, the legal tampering period started at 12:01. It was a little bit overwhelming. I'm not going to lie. It got to the point at about 3 or 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and watching some of the talking heads, the various networks, right? A little ESPN, a little NFL Network, Adam Schefter, Diana Rossini. It just was a little bit too much. To a point where I almost had to turn it off, right? Like it's almost like just wake me up tonight at about 10:30, let the dust settle a little bit, and then we'll take a look at who some of the winners are and who some of the losers are in day one in the National Football League. But I know you two are excited, man. I know you two cannot wait to do the program today, so you could talk about your brand new offensive lineman for the Washington Commanders, where I'm still kind of shaking my head a little bit and trying to figure out what the Houston Texans are doing. Maybe you know, Suave. Maybe you have talked to your sources that have let you know the reasoning why a team that was horrendous when it came to the offensive line last year in the Houston Texans, right? They were bad. They were really bad for the majority of the year. Their one shining spot was Laramie Tunsil. Mm-hmm. And I know he's a free agent coming up in about a year or 2 years, I believe it is, right?
Yes.
So I understand maybe they're trying to get ahead of it and saying, hey, look, we know we're not going to pay you. We know we're not going to extend you. So this is what we're going to do right now. But their offensive line was terrible last year. And, oh, by the way, they were a playoff team. And, oh, by the way, they won a playoff game. And they've got a second-year quarterback who many thought was the future of the NFL after his rookie year. So maybe you could explain it to me on this fine Tuesday morning there, Suavo. What is going on with the Houston Texans?
I have absolutely no idea. If you know that your weakness was the fact that it was blocking for C.J. Stroud and you get rid of your best offensive lineman, I have absolutely no idea. Sometimes I'm looking at this as there must be something internal that we don't know, because there's no rhyme or reason why you need to get rid of this guy who's your best offensive lineman, and that the protection of C.J. Stroud was a problem. So your guess is as good as mine, honestly.
Look, you can follow the show this morning on the Exit Drive Johnny D, on Instagram and Morning Drive Johnny D. And, of course, we are streaming live on YouTube this morning at Cova Sports TV. We encourage you to post a comment into the comment box we will mention it on the air as always. But love to get your reaction after day one of NFL free agency. And, of course, the Tell McCallum talk and text line will be open all morning long at 757-497-1310. That's 757-497-1310. Did watch a lot of college hoops last night. We will get into that a little bit later on to the program. I'm told we have a nice little preview of the ACC tournament, which kicks off today at noon. So I will be locked in. Is it at noon today? Oh, I'm sorry, 2 o'clock this afternoon. Notre Dame taking on number 13 Pitt. Where wasn't Coach Capel the coach of the year last year for Pitt? Was that last year or the year before that Pitt was pretty darn good?
Pitt was solid last year.
Boy, they have fallen.
Yeah. Well, they were good this year. They had a tournament spot this year. They were looking really good, and then they hit the downfall in the second half of the season.
Well, they hit something because they are the 13th seed.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech will be taking on Cal. That is at 4:30 this afternoon. And then the big one tonight. We could put a fork in them and close this baby out. Syracuse, the number 14 seed, taking on Leonard Hamilton and Florida State. That is at 7 o'clock tonight on the ACC network.
Syracuse winning, y'all.
You think so?
Syracuse winning.
Hey, full transparency, and I got to tell you guys this story because I know you will appreciate it, and J-Lo will appreciate it. So I'm sitting there at about 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and I'm scrolling through the social media, which – did you notice that X had a lot of issues yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah,
that was driving a lot of people up a wall.
Yes.
Especially if you are dropping bombs all day long on what's going on with NFL free agency. And I happened to tune into the Pat McAfee show, and he was going nuts. He was going absolutely nuts with an Ian Rappaport that showed up, and they had to find alternate ways of getting the information in front of people because X was having all sorts of problems. I actually had a little bit of issue yesterday morning. Towards the end of the show, it started to go down a little bit. So I was just kind of catching up on some of the stories yesterday. And you guys know who Big Cat is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
Right. He does Part of My Take, and he also does a gambling show. And they were promoting the fact that Big Cat has been 16-0 in the month of March betting on college basketball. 16-0 in the month of March betting on college basketball. Had it been on a heater. And I've been paying a little bit of attention to it, but I really haven't bet any or much college basketball this month. I like to wait until the NCAA tournament because these mid-major conference tournaments they're tough.
Yeah.
They are tough to figure out. I saw last night, and I wanted to pull it up this morning, that for the first time, I think in its history, is it Delaware? That is in the CAA basketball tournament. Delaware is the first double-digit seed to ever reach the championship game in the CAA. Only UConn and NC State have ever won 5 games in 5 days. And they're going to be taking on UNC Wilmington, who played last night. I think they were playing Townsend. So the Big Cats pick last night, J-Lo, you will appreciate this, was taking the over at 146.5 last night in the CAA semifinal. So I said, why not?
We're a couple bucks down.
Why not? Went to the old ESPN Bet app, did a little deposit of a couple of bucks here and there, threw down a little bit on the over 146.5. Actually, I got it at 147.5. Hesitated a little bit, said, yep, not a problem. Final score last night, not even close. Not even close to getting the over. So yours truly, if I will let Big Cat know that I am the mush.
Yep.
I am the mush.
The mush.
I mushed him. Absolutely mushed him. Dude was on a heater for the entire month of March. And then yours truly came into the picture, decided, I'm going to throw down a couple of bucks for the first time in March. And it ended up being, like a 68, 67, something like that.
You were not alone, I can tell you that. There's probably 7 people that took that line and lost.
Oh, I guarantee you.
All of America lost that game.
And look, I'll be totally honest with you. Know nothing about Townsend basketball.
I don't either.
And I know really nothing about UNC Wilmington. I know a little bit about Delaware, but they'll be in action tonight. And also, just kind of a quick nugget in talking about college basketball, then I'll get off of it. How about Gonzaga, by the way? Gonzaga made the West Coast title game for the 28th year in a row.
What does that really say?
I mean, I will say this. The West Coast Conference is not bad. It's really not bad when you're talking about, is it Santa Clara and St. Mary's? These are teams that are in the NCAA tournament year in and year out that actually do a little bit of damage. 28 straight years to be in your conference title game. And if you're looking at women's basketball, I saw that UConn won again. That's, I think, Gino Auriemma or the school's 30th conference title. I mean, dear God.
Can we just raise the banners before it even happens?
Just for 1 year, go out and illegally recruit your entire team just to knock somebody off. Mm-hmm. That's all you got to do. All right, so I digress. A little college basketball for you this morning. Hank gets chimed in this morning. J-Lo got an echo. Come on.
It's already fixed.
I mean, J-Lo got an echo. Can you let him know, please? Put it into the chat box because Hank doesn't even say good morning anymore. He's letting you know all the technical difficulties that everybody is having listening to this program this morning. He wants to let J-Lo know right out of the gate. Thank you, Jay. It's fixed, Hank. Now go back to bed. That's what J-Lo wanted to tell you, but we love Hank. So
he the brand manager.
We're reporting to Hank.
We're reporting to Hank.
We are reporting to Hank. Hank is now the brand manager. Any update on the studio, by the way, Suave? I did duck in very quickly. Had to go to the bathroom, made a right-hand turn, looked at the studio. It looks like the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel right now. It looks like the same of what's been going on for the last 2 years. Any update that you can provide us to keep us motivated, to keep us moving? Come on.
Hey, all I got to say is that, can you just say it for me? You know, that's basically what it is. Right now, we're just very close. Ain't that right, Dak Prescott? Are we very close?
Geez,
I mean, we're close to what? Glory holes? Is that what we're close to this morning? Is Glory
holes?
Yeah,
very close.
We're very close.
Here's what you need to do. Every morning on the Instagram, just put a video, and every morning put a new video up, and just put a new video up, and then have our viewing audience decide which video is the newest video of all three of them. Because nothing has changed. Absolutely nothing has changed. Construction has come to a stop. Maybe there's budget issues we don't know about. Maybe like every good contractor, they've exceeded the budget, and now that contractor wants a little bit more money before they continue on with the I don't know. I'm not sure there's Suave. But these are things that you need to figure out, please, for the sake of this show this morning.
But Johnny.
Yeah, very close.
That's all.
Very close.
Very close.
I
want me some glory hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I threw into the comment box this morning, after day one of NFL free agency, did the Commanders win the day? What is Philadelphia's next move going to be? Because Philadelphia is very quiet right now. Are the Giants still relevant? And watch out for those Cowboys, because I saw the Cowboys inked a couple of dudes to like 1 year deals.
Yes, I saw it on Facebook.
Couple of 1 year deals.
Yes, and they got their running back.
Got that running back they needed.
Yes.
Couple of 1 year deals.
Yeah.
I think they actually signed a long snapper. Did I see that correctly? Did they sign a long snapper to a 3 year deal?
You talking about Philadelphia?
No, I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
I didn't see it, but they probably did.
I mean, there's just so much, and we'll try to review some of the major deals that happened yesterday afternoon.
Johnny, you're correct. They did. It was a former Baltimore Ravens long snapper.
Look at that, man. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys making an impact day one.
I want me some glory hole.
By going out and getting a long snapper, because that was a need that they needed to fill there, Swabo.
Man, I don't know if y'all seen it yesterday, but the story of the Eagles is just so great right now, fellas. So I don't know if y'all know. The Super Bowl, the defense showed out. Am I correct?
That is good.
Did the defense look good, J-Lo?
Yeah,
in the Super Bowl?
I thought it looked very good, actually.
Do you realize Vic Fangio basically fussed the defense out after the Super Bowl because the fact that Kansas City actually scored? They fussed him out.
That's a little bit of eyewash too, man. Come on, give it a rest.
I love it because think about it like this. Josh Sweat. We're going to talk more about the Eagles, but a lot of these players are leaving. So I just want to know what the Eagles going to be next season now that a lot of these key people are actually kind of leaving. And people say there might be a little bit of turmoil. And the Eagles,
I don't know.
It's so
honestly,
funny to hear this, y'all.
And I kind of had a similar thought in You know, they're actually losing quite a few people on that team. Josh Sweat, Hassan Reddick, Darius Slay. But my second thought is Howie Roseman knows what he's doing. He's getting rid of some of these guys that he knows he can't pay in the future. He knew he wasn't going to pay Darius Slay. The Josh Sweat was going to be way overpriced, and then Hassan Reddick is what it is.
Milton was gone too.
He's not going to be able to hold on to everybody, and this is why in a couple of years, when you got some of the great teams right now struggling in cap situations, Detroit Lions going to be struggling in a couple of years with the cap situations. The Philadelphia Eagles are still going to be at that top, and they're not going to have an issue with salary cap. They're still going to be just okay being able to pick up who they want.
Well, the problem, Philadelphia is it's success. This is what happens when you have success, right? You go out and you win a Super Bowl. What is going to motivate a guy to come back for another Super Bowl or to go out there and get the bag? And you saw that with a Josh Sweat, right? Josh Sweat already.
Yes.
Josh Sweat, look, he already took a hit the year prior by taking a discount for an opportunity to what? Win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
He's got a Super Bowl ring now. Now it's about taking care of himself. So he goes out and he signs the big deal with the Arizona Cardinals. Here's the deal with Philadelphia, though. Zach Baun was a guy they wanted to keep. They still got him on a little bit of the cheap.
Yes.
Right? They went out and drafted their secondary last year, so they could afford to let guys like Darius Slay go elsewhere. It's not going to hurt them.
No.
Right? The guys that they want to keep are going to be those guys on the offensive line. It's going to be that quarterback. It's going to be that running back who they restructured his deal, so he's going to be around a little bit longer. Those guys on the outside and the guys on the defensive line. So Howie Roseman knows what he's doing. This is look, you're a victim of your own success in Philadelphia because guys that had taken a little bit of a discount, they have the opportunity to go elsewhere. I mean, look, New England overpaid for Milton Williams, but they could afford to.
Yes.
And they had to.
Yes.
And if I'm Milton Williams, I'm saying, hey, I got a Super Bowl ring. I'm good. Now I could go and get a little bit of a payday. And Mike Vrabel is doing a lot of good things up in New England as a Buffalo guy. I did not like seeing Mike Vrabel get hired for the New England Patriots. Would have much rather see Gerard Mayo come back for year 2. But Vrabel is doing a lot of good things on that side of the ball. It is going to be interesting to see Philadelphia. I don't know how many picks they have. I'll have to look at that coming draft time around April. Philadelphia is going to be right in the mix. They're going to be right in the mix when it's all said and done. We'll discuss Washington throughout the program today because I think they did get better yesterday. I am curious to see, though, what are they going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You've shored up that offensive line. You're going to move Coleman out of that left tackle spot. Now you got a left tackle to protect your franchise quarterback in Jada Daniels. Dude is only 31 years old. 31 years old. That's it. I feel like Tunsil has been around forever.
I thought so,
too.
Wait, when I saw that trade, I'm like, how old is he? I looked at only 31. I'm like,
Only
man.
31 years old. Got a little bit of baggage. I don't know if you guys remember, but this was a guy coming out of college. I think he got drafted by Miami and fell down the draft boards because he was caught with a gas mask. And I'm sure Hank knows what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
This was the dude that a night before the draft was caught with a little bit of a gas mask, blowing a couple of heaters. You know what? J-Lo, please cover your ears. I know you're young. But this happened and fell down the draft boards a little bit. Then he left from Miami over to Houston, but he's been great at Houston. So there's something there. We'll talk to Chris Russell coming up in the 8 o'clock hour and get his thoughts on that. But there is something there. But what else does Washington still need to do to start shoring up that defensive side of the ball? So a lot to get into on a Tuesday edition of the program. YouTube, Cova Sports TV, hit the comment box, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Also, you can follow us on the X this morning at Drive Johnny D. You can hit us up via the Tell 'em Kellum Talk and text line at 757-497-1310. The segment of the Drive is brought to you by OVM Financial with Annie Mac Home Mortgage, serving Hampton Roads since 2001. When it comes to buying a home or refinancing, you need a mortgage partner you can trust. Visit ovmfinancial.com, MLS 338923. Equal opportunity lender. Get moving and get buying today. What do we got coming up next there, Suavo?
Oh, we're still got to talk more NFL free agency. Who won? Who lost? Washington apparently is compiled of 3 teams. We're going to tell you that more after the break. And who got new quarterbacks? Oh, boy, Justin Fields. Oh, what's going to happen in the free agency? We're going to tell you more. It's coming up after the break. It's the morning drive, y'all.
Fox Sports 1310 Traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by Wendy's Breakfast. Expect bumper-to-bumper traffic on 564 westbound between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. Looking at 64 westbound, we're seeing some delays between 564 and Tidewater Drive. Expect no major congestion on 64 both east and westbound approaching Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel. Traffic is flowing freely over MMBT. And just be aware that the James River Bridge will be lifting at 7:30. I'm Elena Vexo on Fox Sports 1310.
Did you know that the minimum limits in Virginia are $30,000? $30,000 is a lot of money on an individual basis, but if you're involved in a personal injury matter, that's not enough. Here at Williams Deloitte, we're happy to provide a consultation on the amount of coverage you have in your vehicle. It can be confusing. Not many people understand it. You know you need to have it, but do you have enough? Give us a call today at 757-547-5555 so we can help you prepare in the case of an automobile accident or any other personal injury matter that you or your family may find yourself in.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why there's CHKD Sports Medicine. Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger, fries, drink, and a sundae. No time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. Right now at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship. And that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us. And the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
(57969-1768) or SmithTreeCare.net. Smith's Tree Care will be there.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
The Raiders are signing Max Crosby to a 3-year, $106.5 million extension, so he gets $91.5 guaranteed. He's the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Love me some Max Crosby, but if you're the Raiders, this is where I always wonder, does a team know where they are?
Dan Patrick. The Dan Patrick Show.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on Fox Sports 1310. He's live and he's local. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310.
Boys, do me a favor. Put it up on the poll this morning on the Exit Drive Johnny D. Talking about the Laramie Tunsil deal. Does it count if you don't inhale? So I'll put it up on the poll this morning on the Exit Drive, Johnny D. The Warpath has chimed in this morning. He says, only the best inhale. Look at Trent Williams. So we got to ask that question there, Suave, this morning. Does it count if you do not inhale? That is the question we got to ask this morning on the Exit Drive, Johnny D. Okay? If you could do that, that'll be great.
Yeah.
I do want to bring up one quick thing. College basketball last night. I saw that Troy was a winner for the Sun Belt.
Yeah, they won it
right?
over Arkansas State, right?
Arkansas State. Probably not going to see a better matchup of hair between two head coaches in college basketball. If you guys get an opportunity, take a look at the coaches last night for Arkansas State and Troy.
I've checked this
Spectacular stuff. I mean, just spectacular stuff. Some good-looking individuals. Hair was absolutely perfect last night in that matchup where Troy was a winner. I saw that JMU women lost last night. I know, Suave, you were on top of that. You are the face of women's basketball in the 757. So I know you were all over that last night. But also, I watched a little Wofford and Furman. There was a dude on Wofford, J-Lo, I'm not going to lie, remind me of you.
That's probably a bad thing, huh?
Not at all. One of their best players, big old post guy, number 10, had a headband, but he shot his free throws underhand.
Oh, dear God.
Last night, where I had to do a little bit of a double take. I was watching the game with my wife last night, and I saw the first one he took, and I went, did he just do what I think he did? She's like, what are you talking about? And I go, I think he just shot it underhand. Are you allowed to do that? Well, you're allowed to do it. Don't see many dudes doing it in college basketball, but he did it, and he missed both of them. Suave, I'll ask you this question. Could you ever find yourself shooting free throws underhand in a college basketball game? Like, you would have to be a 90+% free throw shooter to shoot them underhand.
Absolutely, but for me, nah, I'm a regular free throw shooter. You know, the overhand, underhand. I tried it because it looks fancy. Like I said, Rick Barry used to do it. So, but no, I'm not going to try it. My percentage would probably be in the 50s.
Probably be in the 50s.
It'd be in the 50s.
I thought of J-Lo last night, man. Pasty white dude, headband, shooting free throws underhand. I could imagine that's what J-Lo looks like at the rec center when he plays on a Sunday morning.
I can't bring myself to shoot it underhand. Same as Swab. I've tried it just for fun. It is so difficult. Honestly, if you can do that successfully like some of the older guys did, hats off to you, because that's not something I can do. That's much easier, just the old, normal.
Hey, quick follow-up. Tunsil turns 31 in August.
Yep.
Right? Significant upgrade, I think we could all agree, to Brandon Coleman, who was a rookie last year, right? Correct? Tunsil, 2 years, $42.7 million remaining on his contract, including $10 million in 2025. So there is a pretty good chance for an extension there. And one person brought this up to me yesterday, and we'll talk to Chris Russell at 8:30 this morning and get his thoughts on it. But you're also looking at a guy who will be entering the final year of his contract on the verge of his age 32 season, which, look, offensive linemen, I mean, they could play until they're 34, 35, right in that.
Yeah, they're probably the position that can play the oldest outside of the quarterback.
Yeah, they can play. However, by that time, you're also got to figure out there, Suave, you got to pay C.J. Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that's where it gets a little bit tricky, right? Are you paying the 32, 33-year-old left tackle, or are you paying the, what would Stroud be at that time, 25-year-old franchise quarterback? That's going to be the conversation going on in Houston. But I'm assuming both of you are big fans of day one for Washington. Very quickly, Suave, day one for the Washington Commanders. Were you a big fan of? One of the moves, who was the defensive lineman that they brought in?
Javon Kinlaw.
Yep.
Still
trying to figure that one out.
Well, this is what
I like the move, except for the fact we overpaid him. The Commanders overpaid. I thought they paid him a lot of money, but it was definitely a need, I'd say. It was nice to just kind of lock down that inner defensive line. So we'll have him, Johnny Newton, and then Deron Payne, assuming he's coming back. So that'll be good. We got him for 3 years because I don't know how long we're gonna pay for Payne. So we'll see about that. I thought it was a fine move. But as far as the trade goes, so happy with it. I thought it was a great move by Adam Peters. We gave up a lot of draft compensation, but well worth it because that is locked down. There's not many other left tackles in the league that'll be as good as Tunsil, assuming he can stay healthy. So good on Washington, good on Adam Peters. That's a great move.
I'm glad he got his money, but Jeremy Chin, he's not with Washington no more. He went to the Raiders. He signed a 2-year deal with them. So other than that, I'm sad to see him go. Happy to see him get his money, but him, Diami Brown, he went to Jacksonville as well. So, first day, we lost a couple people that, hey, they did good. I'm glad you get your money. But like J-Lo said, now that we got the left tackle from Houston, I'm pretty good with that. And also Javon from the Niners, I'm pretty good with that as well. But I don't know if you heard about the story, though. About the receiver who coming out of retirement, J-Lo? Mr. Michael Gallup.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, he's having a visit today.
Exactly, with Washington. So that's why I saw, I don't know about this, but Washington apparently is comprised of 3 teams. Dallas, San Francisco, and Washington, all in one building. You got Adam Peters bringing San Francisco, Dan Quinn bringing Dallas. This looks like a nice, neat free agency right now for Washington.
Are those really the 3 teams you want to be associated with, though?
Hey, one of them won a Super Bowl.
I mean,
recently.
Which one?
Which one would that be?
Which one was that?
The 49ers.
They've won a Super Bowl recently?
You mean they've been to one?
Or
they've been to one.
Yeah, they won a Super Bowl since '95.
I mean, look, Adam Peters, obviously the familiarity there with San Francisco 49ers. That's where the kid Kinlaw came from, right? Kinlaw came from. Yep. He was out at San Francisco, went to the Jets on a 1-year deal at about $7.5 million, but he's not a run stopper. Like, he struggles in stopping the run, which was a major issue for the Washington Commanders last year. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm going to give Adam Peters the benefit of the doubt. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
That's the way I'm doing. If I don't think any move is amazing, I'm just going to say, you know what? He got it done last year. I didn't know how I felt about some of the moves last year, and it worked out perfectly. Mm-hmm. Let him do his thing.
Yeah, Warpath chimes in this morning. Diami Brown did good for like 6 games of his 4-year career. Yeah, what did he get paid yesterday, Diami Brown?
I got to find that.
That's
it
crazy.
Was a lot.
It was like $10 million.
$10 million bucks.
I think let me check that right for you.
$10 million Diami Brown got from who? Miami, correct?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Wow. Jacksonville. Trying to figure it out down in Jacksonville. So.
Yep. 1 year, $10 million.
$10 million bucks for Diami Brown. That's spectacular stuff. No doubt about it. The one thing I will say, the Commanders are giving up a lot of draft capital. I think that's what you need to do. And you see this with the Bears as well. I thought the Bears were tremendous yesterday. They continue to fortify that offensive line and getting better and better. Because what you are seeing now, if you have the ability to get a franchise quarterback as a rookie, look at New England and Drake May. Look at a C.J. Stroud last year with the Houston Texans. Look at a Caleb Williams with the Bears. And look at the Commanders with a Jaden Daniels. You know the window is now.
Yeah.
Right? The window is now. It's not about building for the future, because the centerpiece, which is your quarterback position, if it is solidified under that rookie salary cap, then you need to find the pieces around him right now to get it done. Yep. And then if you're lucky enough to have success, then you try to get that extension done before he's really, really good. And that's what a lot of teams have been able to do with their quarterback situation, the better ones. Look, Jalen Hurts, we kind of joked Philadelphia a couple of years ago when they made him one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL, and people are like, why? Well, again, Howie Roseman paid a guy before he became really good. He was good, but I'm going to pay him now before he becomes really good, and it's priced out of the market. You're going to have to do the same with a Jaden Daniels and a Caleb Williams. However, in the meantime, forget about stock in a stack of draft picks. You don't need them. You got to go out, and you got to get talent, and you got to get talent right away, and that's what the Commanders are doing right now. So very quickly, let me just go through the big board. Okay, there's Suave. Just go through the big board. Mm-hmm. And we do need to bring up Pittsburgh, and we do need to bring up the Giants. And we do need to bring up the Jets. Justin Fields was interesting with the New York Jets, but it's not a surprise. But Pittsburgh is mind-boggling right now. But obviously the biggest free agent was, I think, Milton Williams was the number one defensive lineman on the board.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to New England. Sammy Darnold, surprise? Seattle?
We said it yesterday.
Who's he going to throw the ball to? JSN, that's it?
We said it yesterday. He's going to Seattle. Now it's the battle of the Sams. Sam Howell, Sam Darnold.
I mean, you traded one bad quarterback for another. I guess you could have get a deal done with Geno Smith, who's 7 years older than Darnold. You ship him over to the Raiders, where obviously there is some familiarity with Pete Carroll, and you bring in a Sam Darnold for, I'm surprised, not that expensive.
Yeah. It was a little bit on the cheaper side. I got the where'd my paper go? I had the final numbers here a second ago.
I think it was $100.5 million.
It was 100.5. Yep.
Right.
3
so
years.
The question becomes, who is he throwing to? Who are they running? Who's on that offensive line? A team that was on the
top.
Well, look, a team that was on the doorstep of making the playoffs last year. Pretty much have gotten rid of everyone. So we'll see what happens there. Our buddy Josh Sweat got the bag out at Arizona. That pretty much tells me, look, I got a Super Bowl. I'm good.
Pretty much.
I just want to go somewhere warm.
Pretty much.
Right? 4 years, $76.5 million.
Yes.
Good for him.
But in the story, I know you've already get into it yesterday. I didn't even notice it until I looked at Emmanuel Acho. The 49ers, what in the world is going on with them?
So they're getting rid of so many of their talent. And from what I've read, it's like they're trying to do that so they can have enough money to pay for Brock Purdy. Wow. Is he really worth it like that? I don't think it is. Getting rid of all your talent like that just to pay Brock Purdy? He's not that good of a quarterback, I don't think. I could be wrong. I could be alone on this.
I mean, you're probably not alone in this, but, a lot of people think Brock Purdy,
he's probably good. It's just you're getting rid of all of your talent. Everybody.
I mean,
the 49ers aren't going to be very good next year.
Did you see Johnny D with the 49ers that has been releasing and trading?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No Debo,
It's a whole
no
list.
Dre, no Ward,
Juice,
no Juice,
yeah,
Funga. I mean,
Aaron Banks,
the list goes on and on, right? I'm looking at it right now. The players 49ers have lost this offseason. They got rid of the fullback.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
who have been there 9 years, right? I mean, his wife's making gear for the NFL. It's going to be making it for a new team now. But these are things you have to do. Again, the 49ers went all in a couple of years ago. Why? Because they had a rookie quarterback and a Brock Purdy that they hit gold with that they didn't have to pay him, right?
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? We're going to go all in. We're going to pay guys. We're going to bring in pieces. We're going to make that run. They made a run. They made a run. They made a run. Couldn't get over the mountaintop. Now they're at the point where we've got business decisions that we need to make, and you got to retool it. And you got guys like Greenlaw, who signed with the Broncos, Ward, who signs with the Colts, Aaron Banks over there with the Packers. A couple of dudes go to the Chiefs, and Moore and Mitchell. So now you're starting from what? You overpay for a Christian McCaffrey, who hasn't been able to be on the field really the last year plus. So now you've got the decisions to make. So I don't think it's just necessarily Brock Purdy there, J-Lo. I think this was over the course of time, you brought in pieces surrounding Brock Purdy with. I would not be surprised if Brock Purdy's not there.
What you mean by
next
not
year.
there? Not playing?
Not at San Francisco next year.
That would make sense, honestly.
I would not be surprised. He's in his fifth year? Is he going into his fifth year?
I think he's going into his fifth year.
Year 5, right? Fifth year option. So he's going into year 5. He's going to want the bank. San Francisco is not going to be willing to give him what he wants if you've got no pieces around him. Why would you do that? I would trade him. Go get me some draft capital. I'm starting from day one now, Kyle Shanahan.
I agree.
This is what we got to do, right? We're bringing in Aaron Rodgers.
You
there you go.
failed.
Bringing in Aaron Rodgers. When all else fails, just bring in Aaron Rodgers.
Johnny.
So that's what we're doing now?
I think that's what we got to do.
Doing.
Right. Warpath says a Sweat did play under Jonathan Gannon, correct, out at Arizona. Still got the bag, though. When you're talking about, what, $41 million? guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Purdy 3-0 versus Cowboys, including 42-10 at Dallas, Hank says. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely, he does. And on the Warpath says he doesn't have a fifth-year option. He wasn't a first-round pick. Correct. I apologize.
No,
he
I
was
wrong,
a
too.
late rounder, so he's in the last year of his deal. I just don't see San Francisco paying him what Purdy wants to get paid. I believe he should get Trevor Lawrence type of money, if not better,
Yeah.
because he has been better than Trevor Lawrence, and he has had more success in that type of offense. I just don't think it's going to happen. There's just a lot of moves that are being made in San Francisco right now, which tells me that they are starting from scratch.
Yeah.
They are, right? So
the winner for tomorrow from yesterday, day one, I think it's obvious, unanimous. It's probably the New England Patriots.
you think so? Why is that, Suave? Tell me why.
Okay, so I'm looking at the
Tell me why,
I'm looking at the
please.
Patriots. Who they picked up? Milton Williams. You say he's the number one defensive lineman, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's number one.
They did overpay.
Yeah,
but
they
that's
did.
okay.
Yeah, 4 years, $104 million. They did. They got Carlton Davis. They got more Mac Hollins. I'm sorry, no offense. No offense.
But that's not a big deal to the Buffalo Bills.
I know. But
I mean, look, he had a
apparently it
one
was.
one year deal. No.
Bill's got a nice pickup in a wide receiver.
Exactly. Apparently it was because he said it's a fan favorite. It was 2
Well,
years. For
of course.
Yeah.
Look, anybody who's a fan favorite, you're willing to let go. I want the dude who the fans can't stand that produces. That's who I want.
Oh, go get Stephon Diggs
Yeah,
then.
go get your Stephon Diggs.
Exactly. You want to talk?
Yeah,
You wanna-
But
you
he
wanna-
didn't
Yeah, you
produce.
wanna bring that up?
That was the problem. Stephon Diggs was not producing anymore. That was the issue in Buffalo. You can't be a pain in the ass and not produce.
He went out there, stood, and watched the celebrations after the game. And ever since, he never was good again.
Never good again. All right, keep going, Suave.
So they did get. I don't care what anybody say. Morgan Moses is a pretty good pick.
That's a good pickup.
Aaron Rodgers said, and I was reading an article yesterday on this, that he thought Morgan Moses was the best offensive lineman that they had in New York, which is not saying much. But he's only 34?
34, yeah.
33, 34
Yeah,
years
He's got
of
another
age.
couple years in him.
So I thought that was a pretty good pickup. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that.
Okay, so what about I mean, it's not really that big of a pick, but Harold Landry, 3 years, $43.5 million. That's a decent pick. And then I go with it. So that's 4 right there. That's 4.
And you got a guy like Mike Vrabel heading all of them.
Thank you.
I tell you what, that not this year, but in the coming years, New England's going to be right back on that
Oh,
pedestal.
I disagree. I'll say it right now. New
This
England is a playoff team this year.
Absolutely.
That could be exciting.
They are a playoff team
They're
this
going
year.
to be back on that pedestal, I think, in a couple years. That's if you're Buffalo, you've got to be worried because we've been talking about it over and over. The window is closing quicker and quicker and quicker. They got Josh Allen in the bag. That's good. They've got to build around, which they did a good job. They got Palmer. I thought that was a good pickup for them. But they've got to find a way to get their Super Bowl now because New England is going to be right back up on top here in a few years, I think.
Yeah, the only good thing is Drake May still has no one to throw to.
Yeah.
Still has no one to throw to. They still got to solidify that offensive line, but we'll see.
They'll probably get a good receiver in the draft.
We will see.
Maybe.
And to answer your question earlier, too, Johnny D, the Eagles has 7 picks. They got a 1 first round, 2 round 2.
They're going to be just fine.
Yeah.
They're going to be just fine. Hank says the Jags won the day. I'll take your word for it. I was not locked into what Jacksonville was doing.
Is that Duval?
Duval.
Thank you.
Get her done. Get her done.
Duval.
Warpat says, by winning the day, you mean spending the most cash. Didn't the Bears win free agency last year? I think he's taking a shot at you there, Suave.
I think
he's taking a shot at you. That's what I think. And Hank says Travis Hunter to New England. Well, we'll find out. That's going to be the big pick.
That would be phenomenal.
Right? That'll be the big pick, either New England or the New York Giants, depending upon what
the Patriots pick?
No. They're talking about when the draft comes.
I know.
Travis Hunter being that guy.
You think it'll fall to that far? What I was asking, when did they pick?
New England's what? They're fourth? You got the draft. You got Tennessee up there.
Tennessee.
You got Cleveland.
The Giants.
The Giants are third.
Yeah, check that for me, J-Lo. Where do the New England pick? Is it that early?
So
they're up there.
We got
they're number 4.
They're 4.
They're 4. Oh yeah.
It's possible.
That means 3 quarterbacks might be gone because I think
No.
a duel.
No. You talking about quarterbacks or
quarterbacks?
The only one that's going to be gone is going to be Cam Ward. That's
okay.
So Shedeur Sanders is
Jackson Dart?
sliding.
Jackson Dart?
Stop it.
He ain't gonna go that far.
Stop it.
Hey, during the college football season, I had a little bromance with Jackson Dart.
I know you do. I know you got a little bit of a
Great
bromance
looks,
with him.
phenomenal looks.
That's fine.
By the way, speaking of looks, I have a little thing put together here. What you were talking about, Johnny? Look at the screen.
I'm telling you, right
Phenomenal hair matchup. You're
Look
right.
at that matchup from last night's Sun Belt title
For our
game.
listening audience, if you look at the YouTube page, you could see old Coach Scott Cross and Coach Brian Hodgson from Troy and what was that other team?
Arkansas State.
Arkansas State.
The beard look from Coach Brian is right on point. That's the type of beard I would love to have.
That's a beard.
And in fact, the hair is perfect as well. I mean, it's slick back, but it's got a little bit of a cabbage up there on the front. Scott Cross is entirely too good looking to be a basketball coach. Like, what are we doing here? What do you do with
He looks
son?
like he should be a lawyer.
I mean, just entirely too good looking to be a basketball coach. All right. I digress. Hey, a reminder, soccer fans, it's time to rally behind the Virginia Beach United, a USL League 2, a W League team that plays right here in Virginia Beach. Experience the passion, the excitement of pro-level soccer. Season Pass includes women and men's tickets for just $100 for adults, $80 for youth. This 15-game package on sale right now. Visit vbunited.com. That's vbunited.com for season tickets. All right, around the corner, what is trending on social media? Obviously, a lot of free agency talk, but J-Will is in the news. We got to talk some Dukies as they get ready for the ACC tournament. That is straight ahead. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by True Green. Expect heavy traffic heading west on 564 between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. For those of you heading east on 64, you can expect bumper-to-bumper traffic between Settlers Landing Road and through Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, as well as some slow-moving traffic heading west on 64 between Tidewater Drive and 564. And be aware that the James River Bridge will be lifting at 7:30. I'm Alina Vegzo on Fox Sports 1310.
James Catato tells us tonight there's a new team making new noise in the USL2 scene on the other side of the water.
Something special is brewing inside the walls of the Virginia Beach Sportsplex.
We're not here for moral victories. When we're on our day, we're a legit team.
See the stars of the future in pre-professional action at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. This combined season ticket special is for men's and women's. That's 15 games for just $100 for adults and $80 for youth. VBU has a brand new women's team that competes in the W League. Soccer fans, it's time to rally behind Virginia Beach United. Tickets are on sale now. Visit vbunited.com. Don't miss out on Virginia Beach United.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us. And the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
Hi, this is Wayne Williams of Williams Deloach. I'm an experienced personal injury attorney, and I hope you don't need my services because I certainly don't like to see people injured on a daily basis. But in preparation for that unfortunate situation, your insurance coverage is very vital to your case. Give me a call today. I'd be happy to discuss your insurance situation for you and your family. That's the most protection you have, and you want to have that ahead of time.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. You need John Maynard. PFP, LUTCF, EA, all those initials behind his name mean he's qualified to work on your taxes. He's an ATA, accredited tax advisor. He's an ATP, accredited tax preparer. He's a fellow at NTPI, the National Tax Practice Institute. And if all that weren't enough, he's also been voted the best of Norfolk and the best of Virginia Beach awards. John Maynard has been professionally trained in tax preparation and representation. He brings to the table over 30 years' experience in federal and state returns. He delivers personalized, one-on-one service, and he's a certified electronic filer. The IRS likes electronic filers. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service, 455-6763.
At Atomic Wings, we prioritize real chicken with fresh, all-natural, never-frozen ingredients, all packed with serious flavor. Order from over 15 awesome flavors at atomicwings.com.
PandasFight.com.
The Fox Sports Radio 1310 new mobile app is designed to bring you closer to the action than ever before. Its features include open mic, get your voice heard, be part of the discussion, and connect with fellow passionate sports fans. 24/7 live streaming, plus contests and giveaways where you can enter for your chance to take home amazing prizes. The app also includes local events and sports news and updates. Download the Fox Sports 1310 mobile app today from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and experience a new level of sports entertainment.
On guard. I'll let you try my Wu-Tang style.
The new home for the Hampton Roads sports fan. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, along with Suave and J-Lo, on Fox Sports 1310 and live on Cova Sports TV.
Yeah, a reminder, we're up and rolling on the YouTube this morning. If you want to be part of the program, hit us up at Cova Sports TV on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, please. Put a comment in the comment box. We'll talk about it on the air. I just put a comment there, Suave, a little bit of research this morning. Don't feel too bad for the San Francisco 49ers. They've had a lot of success over the last couple of years before this past year due to injuries. It looks like now they're sitting at about 25 compensatory picks over the next 5 years. So I think they're going to be just fine, right? So that begs the question, if you know you're not going to get to the Super Bowl, are you willing to blow it up and rebuild for an opportunity to get back in about 5 years?
Yes.
That's the question if you're a Niners fans, right?
Yep. Yeah. It's just going to be some growing pains, but yeah.
Sure.
That's all it's going to be, man.
I would, yeah. I would trade Purdy. I would trade any other veteran star that you have, some older guys, try and get more draft compensation, maybe build up some future picks, do whatever you got to do because you know you're not going to be there. So just start building for the future now.
Yeah. Hey, put it up on the poll this morning, too, on the exit drive, Johnny D. I want to get Commander fans to tell me what type of grade do they give the Commanders on day one. What type of grade do you give the Commanders after day one of free agency? You give them an A, you give them a B, you give them a C, or did they fail? I love the stats, too, the next-gen stats, how the Commanders acquire Laramie Tunsil, who was voted to the Pro Bowl in each of his final 3 years in Houston. Tunsil allowed the 5th lowest pressure rate, Suave, and 2nd lowest sack rate amongst left tackles over that span. Amazing statistics that next-gen stats is able to come up with. A little bit deceiving, though. Do you know who's number one on that list? What are you talking about left tackles? Pressure rate allowed.
Is it Trent Williams?
No, it is not. Trent Williams is number 4. Laramie Tunsil is number 5. I'll give you a hint on number 3. He's somebody near and dear to my heart, that being Deion Dawkins.
Oh,
the Buffalo
from
Bills.
Buffalo. Okay.
Yep. Number 2 is out of Tampa Bay. Who's that? Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah.
Yep. Number 1 is Teron Armstead of the Miami Dolphins at 5%. Now, again, a little bit of a misleading stat. Why? Who is the fastest quarterback in the NFL in getting rid of the ball? That would be Tua Tagovailoa. Yep. Why? Because he's got no time. Right?
So numbers lie.
This is where statistics sometimes are a little bit misleading. He plays in that sort of that West Coast type of offense. It's a timing. It's get the ball out quickly, shorter routes, that type of deal. Well, obviously, your left tackle's numbers are going to be a little bit better. So take it for what it's worth. I love seeing all these stats and these numbers and all these Commander fans getting all giddy over the pressure rates and everything else. Look, can he protect my franchise quarterback? That's all you care about.
That's all we care about.
That's all you care about, right?
Yeah.
That is all you care about. All right, let's get to it. What is trending on social media? Suave returns. Go ahead there, J-Lo. Hit it, please.
If it made it in headlines, it made it here. Here's what's trending in sports with Suave.
Talking about Justin Fields going to the New York Jets, and maybe later on in the program we'll break down. It's a 2-year deal, but it's really a 1-year deal. I don't know what it is. Isn't he just another version of Tyrod Taylor?
Yes.
Like, you got Tyrod Taylor already in New York. You just brought in a younger version? That's all you did?
Pretty much.
A more inexperienced version than a Tyrod Taylor?
And I don't know because we're
less arm strength?
I'm a homer, but yeah, you just brought in another Tyrod Taylor, just younger. That's all
I'm not
all
very smart. I don't know.
So it's so much we can go into with what's trending in sports. You said Jay Williams. So we'll tackle Jay Williams. So basically what happens is Fox Sports came out with a report of the top 10 Duke players of all time. So I'm going to put a picture for everyone to look online. So number 1, they got Grant Hill. I mean, I can't say nothing about that. Christian Laettner, number 2. J.J. Redick, Jason Taylor, Zion Williamson, Elton Brand, Carlos Boozer, Shane Battier, Luol Deng, and Bobby Hurley.
Luol Deng.
Yes.
He was good.
Yes.
Chicago Bulls legend.
Wow.
Yes. So, of course, who taking exception to that? None other than Jay Williams. And he basically put like a GIF or a picture of giving like a little raising eyebrow looking at the list that he's not up there. And yes, I'm not going to lie, and a bunch of people on the X said the same thing. Jay Williams should be top 10. I remember, I used to, and I said it, I know it's a strong word, when Duke used to play, and Jay Williams on that team, I used to hate Jay Williams because it seemed like he never missed. I remember, I think it was a game, I don't know, UConn, one game, I remember they were down by 4. And he shot a 3, got fouled, and made it. And the head coach literally turned around and banged the chair and yelled out, no. I remember Jay Williams. That's why when he got drafted by the Bulls and the sad how his career ended with the whole accident. But I remember when the Bulls drafted Jay Williams, I was giddy like a little kid. Because I remember Jay Williams and Duke, and I said, oh, we got a shooter, we got a dog, and all that stuff. So, honestly, yeah, that list is flawed. Jay Williams.
Put the list back up.
Yeah.
Grant Hill, I cannot argue with.
Me neither. Christian Laettner.
I may argue with the fact that I think Christian Laettner needs to be number 1. I don't understand how you're putting Grant Hill ahead of Christian Laettner. Okay? I mean, Christian Laettner may be the greatest college basketball player of all time. Ooh. When you're talking about statistically speaking. Right? Wasn't he a 4-time All-American? How many national championships did he win? 2?
2. Is he better than, like, Bill Walton, better than
I'm not a Bill Walton fan, so don't talk to me about that. Sorry about that. But I mean, Christian Laettner, if you look back statistically speaking, is one of the greatest, if he's not the greatest, college basketball player of all time. J.J. Redick, you can't argue with. He was tremendous. Jason Tatum is 1 year.
Exactly.
Zion Williamson is 1 year.
Yes.
Elton Brand, by the way, is the one who broke the mold at Duke. I believe he was the first guy to leave early. He started that trend.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos Boozer was good. Shane Battier was good. Bobby Hurley was tremendous. I mean, Jay Will, he's got a point, man. He almost had 100 wins, I think, in his career.
Yes.
He's top 3 in multiple categories. They're talking about steals, they're talking about assists, they're talking about 3-pointers. He was a player of the year in 2001?
Mm-hmm.
2002, something like that. Was an all-ACC guy. He averaged, I think, like 20, 21, 22 a game. At that time was the highest in Duke history. That Maryland game will go down in history when you're talking about the Final Four, I think it was. Right? Was it Maryland? I think it was. The Final Four when they had Juan Dixon. I may be wrong on that.
I'm checking it right now.
But that is a little bit. He was a player of the year in 2001.
Yeah.
Like, Tatum was good.
And you correct, too. Duke, Maryland, 2001.
Yeah, I remember that, man. I might have lost money on that. That's why I remember it. But he does have a point.
Yes.
Look, do me a favor. Just you two educate yourselves. Look up Christian Laettner's numbers.
Okay.
Just look them up.
Okay.
They're ridiculous. The fact that he's not number 1. Grant Hill is he's always going to be that sexy pick. Grant Hill, right? Mm-hmm. He's that all-American guy that people loved. People hated Christian Laettner.
I did remember that. People
The
did.
dude was good. He was a stone cold killer on the court. Christian Laettner was.
So Christian Laettner at Duke averaged 17 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he was a pretty good shooter, 57.5 from the shooting and 49 from the 3-point.
But I think he was a first-team All-American for 4 years. He won 2 national championships. I mean,
yeah,
right.
you are. Yeah,
that's a debate for another day.
Yes, it is.
But I could agree with Jay Will on this one. Somebody don't like Jay Will.
That's
no
what I
doubt
think so.
about it.
I think so too.
No doubt about it.
You cannot discredit Jay Will. Jay Will was a monster.
Put it up on the poll this morning on the Exit Drive, Johnny D. Is Cooper Flagg the greatest Duke player of all time? Yes or no?
Really?
Is Cooper? I'm going to tell you right now, Suave.
Really?
I'm going to make this comment right now. I'll make it right now. If Duke goes on to win the national championship, it is hard to say he's not. For this single year that he has had, what he does with the basketball and how important he is to Duke, really hard to not put him in the conversation when you're talking about one and dones. Just saying.
Okay.
Dude's tremendous. Okay.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and go to break because it's so much we can talk about. Because
I used up all the time. I apologize.
It's okay. I mean, hey.
Can we get to the Stephen A on the other side?
Yes.
We'll get to the Stephen A on the other side.
And also Ryan Clark, because you talked about it yesterday about the whole LeBron James thing, and he's not a fan either. And he had great points in what he said. So let's go ahead and go to the break, y'all. We're going to the second hour of the morning drive. And stay tuned, because coming up in the second hour, yes, he's going to be here. We're talking about Hank. It's the morning drive.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Back to sunshine today and a little warmer with high temperatures in the mid-60s. We'll see clear skies tonight with lows in the mid-40s. For Wednesday, another nice day, mostly sunny skies with highs in the mid-60s. We'll warm to near 70 on Thursday. For News 3, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Have a great day.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports Injury Hotline.
Kova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit kovapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! The $7 Bacon Cheeseburger Meal Deal. Bacon cheeseburger for a limited time, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. Yeah, this is not the time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. And there's bacon on that burger. The $7 Bacon Cheeseburger Meal Deal. Now, for a limited time on the $7 Meal Deal lineup. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy. Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
James Catato tells us tonight there's a new team making new noise in the USL2 scene on the other side of the water.
Something special is brewing inside the walls of the Virginia Beach Sportsplex.
We're not here for moral victories. When we're on our day, we're a legit team.
See the stars of the future in pre-professional action at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. This combined season ticket special is for men's and women's. That's 15 games for just $100 for adults and $80 for youth. VBU has a brand new women's team that competes in the W League. Soccer fans, it's time to rally behind Virginia Beach United. Tickets are on sale now. Visit vbunited.com. Don't miss out on Virginia Beach United.
WVSP-FM HD2 Yorktown. This is Fox Sports 1310. We are Fox Sports. This Fox Sports 1310 update is brought to you by...
We have a giveaway. That's right. Cody Jinks coming to the Virginia Beach Dome August the 11th at the Dome. Cody Jinks and the Hippies and Cowboys tour with special guest Shane Smith and the Saints. That's right. 1 pair of tickets. Tickets will be emailed to winners closer to the show date. You got to be the first to dial it up right now. 757-497-1310. Again, that's 757-497-1310. Be the first to call, and you'll win a pair of tickets to see Cody Jinks. Good morning, it is 7 a.m. This is your Fox Sports Update. There's a lot of free agency chaos ensuing. For quarterback, Sam Darnold is signed with the Seattle Seahawks for 3 years, $100.5 million. Justin Fields signed with the New York Jets for 2 years, $40 million. And then also on the offensive side of the ball, wide receiver Josh Palmer agreed to a deal with the Bills for 3 years, $36 million. On the defensive side, Josh Sweat was a big name in free agency. He's signed with the Arizona Cardinals, getting him his bag, 4 years, $76.4 million. As far as your Washington Commanders, they made a big-time trade, landing Pro Bowl offensive lineman Laramie Tunsil, giving up a 2025 third and 7th round pick, and the 2nd and 4th round picks in 2026 to get Tunsil and a 4th round pick. Washington also signed defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw to a 3-year, $15 million deal. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310 AM, 4.9 FM, always streaming live on YouTube at Cova Sports TV and live on the Fox Sports 1310 app. Straight ahead, it's that guy, the scroll of fake, and more NFL talk. It's the Morning Drive.
Broadcasting live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D. Powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310.
Hour number 2. Great to be with you. Hey, Hampton Roads, Johnny D, Suave, J-Lo. A lot of free agency to get into. I'm not feeling the Commanders' move yesterday.
Not surprised.
Outside of Tunsil, I'm not. Sad to see Jeremy Chin go.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely.
No doubt about it. But I'll trust Adam Peters.
Trust the process.
Got to trust it. Well, look, there's no time for the process now, J-Lo. We talked about this. You got a rookie quarterback. He got, 3 years remaining on his deal before you got to pay him. God only knows what you're going to have to pay Jada Daniels when it comes to that time. I like the fact that you want to shore up that offensive line with a Laramie Tunsil. I get it. But defensively, you bring in a guy who stinks against the run that you overpaid. Right? I'm sorry. He stinks against the run, and you overpaid. And you lost one of your key pieces out of the secondary. So we'll see. So we'll talk a little free agency. Coming up this hour, we'll get into that. Also, Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless reunited. Did it feel so good, Suave? I did not get a chance to see it.
It was actually pretty good, and I'm not gonna lie, it brought back some nostalgia moments from them. You know, when they first was on, Cold Piece in the first take, and then they brought up, which is probably the funniest moment of them ever being together. And when they talked about Tim Tebow, that era, that season, that was just a funny season with Tim Tebow and the Broncos.
Hey, speaking of Tim Tebow, J-Lo, you need to effort Regent University. Tim Tebow is coming to town.
I saw that.
April 13th. So we're going to try to effort to get Tim on the program. I tried it throughout the college football season. He's entirely too busy, but Just maybe we'll get him on the program.
Yeah, we can try that.
And you two could chop it up and talk about his Denver days at the University of Florida. How great would it be to get Tim on and then have Josh Prey jump in to talk some Florida Gators football, right?
Classic.
So look, I want to replay some of that Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith, Ryan Clark, very opinionated regarding LeBron James. We'll get to that. What's your take on a Tuesday random thoughts by one Suave? Also, real quick, before we get to the scroll, congratulations to Donald Hand Jr. of Virginia Beach. Did you see he was voted the ACC's most improved player?
Oh, that's awesome.
Is that an award that you want?
In some
it's
aspects.
not as bad in college basketball as it is in like the NFL, only because you're going from year to year. You're supposed to develop more and more each year. So it's not like saying you're the absolute worst. Like in the NFL, you're talking about a terrible player that's actually good.
Dude, listen to yourself. You're talking like a guy who hasn't accomplished anything. That's how you're talking, J-Lo. Seriously, you're talking like a guy, I've improved every year. I should get an award. No. Now, if you're talking about injuries, that's the big thing. Donald Hand coming off an ACL, and he gets most improved. And I think Clemson had another first-teamer for the third consecutive year. And I just hand all the hardware to Cooper Flagg for the Rookie of the Year, Player of the Year, all that good stuff. UVA got a third-teamer. Did I see that right?
I think so. Isaac McNeely.
Yeah, your boy McNeely over there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like his haircut, by the way. I'm just throwing it out there. It looks like he's right out of Hoosiers, the movie, with that haircut. I mean, it's 2025. We don't wear our hair like that anymore. Okay, so congratulations to Donald Hand Jr.
And, Johnny, you are absolutely correct. I apologize to Christian Laettner. 26 awards he got at Duke. Every year.
That was a dude, man.
Every year is an award, more like 4 or 5 awards. I mean, I'm looking at stats. You said educate. I'm educating myself from All-American. I mean, it's so many that he got in 4 years with Duke. You know what? Maybe
Suave,
right.
I have told you this before. If you just listen to me, your life will be a lot easier. See, J-Lo still wants to go on arm's reach. He has not bought in yet to the knowledge that I bring to this show every single day. No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
The one I don't buy into is the Dawn Staley.
No, you don't. You don't buy it at all. When Dawn Staley is considered a candidate for UVA, then you will buy in. Okay? But outside of that, you don't. Suave is starting to little by little buy in and go, you know what? This dude actually knows what he's talking about. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of dudes who know what they're talking about, we couldn't find one. So that's why we came up with this segment. It's called The Scroll of a Cowboy Fan named Hank.
3, 2, 1. Time to open the scroll.
Hey, look, I put it up in the YouTube chat box this morning at Cova Sports TV. YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, please. We appreciate it. You got a comment, put it in the comment box. I put it up this morning, Suave. I'm putting the scroll on notice today. I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more out of him. I need a little bit more effort. I need a little bit more. Look, Cowboys are boring right now. And Jerry don't like boring. So we cannot be boring anymore with a scroll.
I want me some glory hole.
He wants him some glory holes, Hank. Good morning, Hank. How are you, sir?
What's going on, man? Hey, they're boring to me, you know. They're boring to me. And in fact, today's a tough day for us Cowboy fans because we lost, I think the most underrated player maybe on the team. Jordan Lewis signed with the Jaguars, man. And, man, that hurt. I honestly was hoping Washington would reach out and get him, but the Jaguars made him the highest paid slot corner in the NFL. So, I mean, it shows to me just how good the guy is. And I'm honestly, man, I'm going to miss him. The dude's a playmaker. He's always around the ball. You know, I'm going to start using the cliches that we talked about so often. It's painful, man. But I was watching college basketball yesterday as well, Johnny. And if I'm a Furman player, I'm going to be hot in those uniforms. Did you see what they had on their uniform yesterday?
Yeah, what did it say on the front?
Dins, D-I-N-S. Dude, if you pull that junk out, go ahead.
You're still going to wear it, Hank. Who are you kidding? You're
I'd have
still
been
going to
hot,
wear
man.
the jersey.
I would have, obviously, because I want to play. But man, I'd be like, come on, man, what are we doing here? That was one of that and the logo. Like ODU puts that stupid Food Line crown on one of their uniforms with nothing else. Wow. I hate that logo.
Old Dominion.
I hate it. I'd rather go back to the other ODU logo. When I first started watching it, like the little, they were intertwined. The ODU was like intertwined. The logo that ODU started has now looks like the freaking Food Line logo since you wanted me to be hot. And Johnny Buddy, Garrett Cole, looks like he's getting ready to have Tommy John surgery, dude.
Yeah,
so,
why not?
Y'all's number
hey,
one?
why not?
Yeah.
That's fine. Well, yeah, he was the number one, and now Marcus Stroman can have his starting rotation spot back. Good for him. He also got the young guy who's Luis over there. Yeah. He's on the DL as well. Giancarlo Stanton's got the elbow issues, of course, but hey, we'll see.
It's the Yankees.
That's what Giancarlo, man. Season's closed. Giancarlo's hurt, and then some big starting pitcher goes down with Tommy John every year.
Yeah,
I know.
Y'all made Johnny D bitter. Calm down.
It's all
right.
I
mean, I don't know what to say. He wanted me to come in. He wanted me to come in hot. So I mean, anytime you get, I guess if you bring some
it's not that I didn't want you to come in hot. I just wanted you to come in prepared with something instead of just random irrational thoughts, which you're very good at, by the way. I do give you credit, but I just wanted a little bit of organization. That's it. That's not a lot to ask, Hank.
Sometimes when I ask you guys questions, you just kind of sit there waiting on me, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm trying to interact. So when I throw things up, that's why I brought the Yankees up, because I knew that would get a rise out of it.
You knew it was going to tick me off. I see what you're doing. You're poking the bear.
So
poke the bear this morning. That's fine.
So I think Sam Darnold made a mistake. The Seahawks. I mean, they're letting go Lockett. They let go Metcalf. Kenneth Walker's always hurt. He's a good back when he's healthy, but he's always hurt. And, I mean, I don't know, man. It seems to be a tough division. The 49ers, I don't know. You can always count on them to win 10 games a year.
Here's what I'll say about Sam Darnold, though. He had to get out of Minnesota because you got J.J. McCarthy there, and he got Daniel Jones there. I hate to say it.
Would you please don't say
Daniel Jones, sorry, man. But Daniel Jones is now competing for a starting spot in Minnesota. It's reality. Or he's going to Indianapolis.
He is starting.
One of the two. So now look, Sam Darnold can go to Seattle. Nobody cares. There's no expectations. He could go out. He could sling it around. Nobody's expecting anything. And oh, by the way, he got a bag. He got exactly what he wanted. He wanted to get paid. It's not a long term. It's a short term. Let's say he's got 1 good year, 2 good years. He can then head out at 31 years of age. Fine.
What if he has no good years? Then they're going to go back to saying that it was McConnell, at Minnesota and all the weapons and everything else, because that's what we do to quarterbacks, right?
Well, that's fine, but he resurrected his career. This dude was dead and buried after the Jets in Carolina.
Well, I mean, I agree, man, but this is what we do to quarterbacks, right? If the quarterback plays well, it's the system and the weapons. But if he doesn't play well, it's the quarterback. And Daniel Jones is a perfect example. Dude, the Giants were doo-doo. The Giants ain't been any good in a long time. Even with Eli, the last few years of his career, they were like the last 5 years of the Kobe Lakers. They were awful, and dude was stealing money. So, that's what's going on with Sam Darnold. I hope he plays well. Yeah. Because, I mean, they're going to crush him if he don't. He's going to be like LeBron. Every time if he kisses the air, they're going to be like, he should have did it in the West instead of the East. It's always going to be something.
Hank, before I let you go, because we're short on time, I want to just rattle off what the Cowboys have done so far. And I just want to see your reaction for every name so far, okay? We want to get your reaction. Your unfiltered first word that comes to you. Reaction,
I need
okay?
to have the dump button ready.
Probably. Javonte Williams. No. Here we go. Are we ready? Verbal deal. Javonte Williams.
I like it. He's explosive. He can make plays. His issue is like everybody else in the NFL. Can he stay healthy?
Hank,
stay
follow
healthy.
instructions. We're talking about one word. We're talking about one word here, man. You got to follow instructions, okay? I hear you. Offensive guard, Robert Jones.
Who?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Re-signed defensive tackle, Osa.
Oh.
Say it again, you buffered.
Osa.
I didn't hear.
Osa.
Stupid.
All right.
All right. Re-signed center guard, Brock Hoffman.
Perfect.
Safety, Marquise Bell.
Jordan.
Safety, Thomas.
Who?
Defensive end, Tyrus Wheat. CJ Goodwin. C-. CJ Goodwin. CJ Goodwin. Don't even know.
Special teams.
Don't even know. Don't even know. Don't even know. There it is. Exactly, man.
Special
You just
teams.
hit it. You don't know.
Good. I do know. Number 29, I do know. He's been there a while. He's a special teams player. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's
Very
it.
good. Okay.
Okay.
He can't
All right.
crack the defensive starting lineup, so how valuable is he? Question for you before I get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Did you watch your show with your wife last night?
No, I did not, man. We took in a little bit of Wheel of Fortune. We took in a little bit of Jeopardy. Had some hot tea. And then I took it a little college basketball. But we DVR'd it. So I will watch it tonight. And I will have a full report for you tomorrow.
Ain't that
It may have been the loss of Jordan Lewis, man, but I was a little emotional watching my show last night, man, because it was the season finale. Yeah, I was a little emotional, man.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it
I
now.
feel for that. I feel for that girl, man. I really do. She's got it rough, dude. She does.
All good, my friend. Hey, great
Peace.
work today. What do we give him?
No.
B plus today?
Yeah.
B minus today?
We'll give him a B.
B plus?
B+.
I'm going to give him a B plus.
That's a
Yeah,
fail.
B+.
That's a fail. I only want A's. If I ain't make an A, then I got work to do.
If you ain't
That's all I'm
first,
gonna
you're
tell you.
last, huh?
There you go.
I'm
You got
gonna
the
make.
work.
I'm
You
gonna-
gotta
I
piss
want A
Excellence,
plus.
Hank.
I want excellence. I'm
There
sorry.
you
Maybe
go.
Garrett Cole. I think Garrett Cole dragged my grade down a little bit. I think
What?
coming at him like that dragged my grade down a little bit.
Actually,
yeah.
I think it improved you.
Yeah.
It woke me up.
Hail to the W.
Hail to the W.
And we're all fade to black.
There it is.
Fade to black.
It is the scroll of a Cowboy fan. His name is Hank. This segment of The Drive is brought to you by the fine folks of
Miller's HomeComfort.com.
Locally owned since 1978. 40 years of serving the comfort needs of Hampton Roads. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical. One place to go is
Miller's HomeComfort.com.
All right, look straight ahead. What is your take on a Tuesday? Random thoughts inside and outside the world of sports. Suave is in charge. And wow, what a shocker. A majority of the takes have to deal with food. We will discuss further. It is a Tuesday edition. It is The Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 Traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by Rocket. Be aware that the off-ramp is partially blocked due to an accident on 64 eastbound to Mercury Boulevard, causing delays backing up to 664. Heading east on 64, we're also seeing some congestion between Settlers Landing Road and Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel. Bumper-to-bumper traffic on 564 westbound between Terminal Boulevard and Bellinger Boulevard. And just be aware that the James River Bridge will be lifting at 7:30. I'm Alina Begso on Fox Sports 1310.
Rocket.com is a single seamless home ownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, even refinance your home. Visit Rocket.com today, the new home for all things home ownership.
This winter, did you know that the minimum limits in Virginia are $30,000? $30,000 is a lot of money on an individual basis, but if you're involved in a personal injury matter, that's not enough. Here at Williams-Deloitte, we're happy to provide a consultation on the amount of coverage you have in your vehicle. It can be confusing. Not many people understand it. You know you need to have it, but do you have enough? Give us a call today at 757-547-5555 so we can help you prepare in the case of an automobile accident or any other personal injury matter that you or your family may find yourself in.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why there's CHKD Sports Medicine. Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger, fries, drink, and a sundae. No time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. Right now at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us. And the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
Only willing to offer a 3-year contract for, and they still aren't the Lakers.
The Doug Gottlieb Show. Weekday afternoons 3 to 5 on Fox Sports 1310. This is the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM.
Hey, very quick before we get to what you take on a Tuesday. I mentioned Justin Fields, and I also put it into the comment box on YouTube at Cova Sports TV, talking about winners yesterday, Sam Darnold and Justin Fields, and the Warpath chimed in. Sam and Justin are huge winners. They committed armed robbery yesterday. They did. No doubt about it. They got the bag. How about Justin Fields? Got a 2-year deal with the Jets.
Good for him.
Right, 2-year deal with the Jets. 4-2 as a starter in Pittsburgh. 2025, $15 million signing bonus, $5 million base salary, fully guaranteed in 2025. 2026, $20 million base salary, $10 million fully guaranteed. The deal does include voidable years, so his 2025 cap number is just around $8.5 million. For a guy who lost his starting job. I mean, think about that. Twice. Dude lost his starting job in Chicago for a rookie who had never played a snap in the NFL. And Caleb Williams, he goes to Pittsburgh. He's a starter again. Goes 4-2, but he lost his starting job to a 36-year-old and Russell Wilson. Yet dude's getting paid. He's getting paid, Suave. Figure it out. I cannot wait until Pittsburgh figures out what they are going to do. This is, I'm telling you, it's got Aaron Rodgers all over it, man. The drama, the intrigue, the pushback. Can Mike Tomlin coexist with Aaron Rodgers?
Honestly,
it's gonna be spectacular.
I really think Aaron Rodgers, and I'm looking at the screen because I thought Daniel Jones still with the Vikings. Is not. The only two quarterbacks that still with the Vikings is J.J. McCarthy and Brett Rippon. And I don't know if J.J. McCarthy is back healthy, so I think that Aaron Rodgers to Minnesota may be bigger than I thought it would be. They could go play for the Vikings.
I don't see it happening. I don't. I got to believe if you did not try to bring Sam Darnold back. Now, there were reports yesterday that Sam Darnold did get a 1-year, $25 million offer from Minnesota, which tells me maybe J.J. McCarthy is not 100%.
Exactly.
Maybe. But I would be stunned if Aaron Rodgers ends up in Minnesota.
I wouldn't.
I would be absolutely stunned.
Follow Brett Favre.
Hey, look, he likes New York. He lives in Jersey. What better place to put him than in the division with the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants, which Giants, they got a little bit of money to spend. They got a lot of urgency. These two are not acting like their jobs are on the line. So I don't know what's going on in New York with the Giants. I really don't.
I love it.
That is a disaster.
I
wish Hard Knocks was back for year 2 with the Giants.
Unbelievable.
I really wish they were.
No, because then everybody be going after the GM and the owner. They'll be like, so how you still getting any sleep?
Hey, before we get to what you take on a Tuesday, I want to get to this Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless.
Gotcha.
Right, they had their reunion yesterday. I forgot about it. I know it was at noon. I don't know what I was doing. Might have been taking a nap. I don't know. I was tired yesterday.
Yeah.
The daylight savings really kicked my ass. It really did. I don't know why. And I did not sleep well last night either, so I'm going to be tired again today, which means I'm going to be really grumpy tomorrow.
Get some sleep.
It's not as easy as just getting some sleep.
It's really not that easy.
I mean, just taking a nap in the middle of the day is not natural. People don't do it. It's hard.
That's why they got things called sleep pills.
No,
to take that.
No, man. If I take a sleep pill, it'll be Friday before I wake up. All right.
Yeah.
So get ready to do the show by yourself tomorrow. Because if I don't sleep well again today, something's got to give.
All right.
But Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, or as I refer to Skip as Clown Time. Clown Time with Skip.
Yeah, so like I said, it was yesterday. I looked at a little bit of it. They talked about the first time they met. Stephen A. Smith basically gave his flowers to Skip. And then they talked about the GOAT conversation with the whole LeBron and all that. Basically, they were just going through a lot of nostalgia things and even talking about future things. But like I said, one of the biggest ones that they talked about was Tim Tebow and how Stephen A. Smith felt when Tim Tebow won that game against the Steelers by throwing that pass to Demaryius Thomas. So we're going to play the clip. And I ain't gonna lie, Stephen Smith was funny for saying this, but let's hear how he felt when Tim Tebow won that game. Go ahead and play it, Jay.
Well, first of all, I'll never forget it for several reasons. Number one, at the time, I mean, you know me. I mean, I'm happy, I'm good now, and all of this stuff. You know, I've been single all my life, and I had a very, very beautiful, sexy woman in my life at that time, and you know, I was having a really, really, really good time most evenings with her, Skip Bayless. Mm-hmm. And I would always make sure there was a little action going on. Mm-hmm. And Tim Tebow threw that damn touchdown to Demaryius Thomas. He threw that pass over the middle, that slant pattern, and that man scampered 80 yards.
He did.
You know, Ike Taylor chasing him futilely, I might add. And literally, I collapsed on the floor, and I laid there for over 2 hours. I mean, I didn't move. I was so damn depressed.
So,
first off, that was really creepy to watch. Skip Bayless in his black mock turtleneck, not sitting still, and Stephen A. Smith having a conversation about inappropriate actions with a guy who was just named in a lawsuit for inappropriate actions.
I never really noticed that.
Right?
I never really noticed that.
I mean, did you see just the giddiness on Skip Bayless's face?
Of course, yes, I did.
How old is this guy? It's like 78, 80 years old.
80 years old?
No, is he that old?
No, he's not, man.
I thought he was in his 70s.
He is 73.
73 years of age. Creepy.
You know, he does a little laugh.
Clown time.
The little laugh.
Clown. It's just absolute clown time. Was this? Whose podcast show was it?
Skip Bayless.
It was on Skip's. It wasn't on Stephen A's.
No, it was Skip Bayless' show.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. I'll check it out today, Suave. I'll give you a full report tomorrow.
Got you.
All right. Maybe it'll help me sleep.
Do you remember the song?
Do I remember the song?
Yeah, the Tim Tebow song.
Which one?
The one that got them famous.
No, I do not.
J-Lo, can you please play that song for
You gonna play a song?
Yes.
What?
It says Tim Tebow.
He's not prepared for this.
Yes. Here we go. Listen to this.
This kid is a gamer. He's a baller. He's a playmaker and a shot caller. In case you didn't know, I got Tebow'd. He shattered the mold, and all he does is win. All he does is win games. Listen, I got Tebow'd. He shattered the mold, and all he does is win. All he does is unleash.
Tell Tebow, let him go. It's
time.
Turn him loose.
Let him play. Let him play.
On Sunday.
Unleash.
Tell Tebow, let him go. It's
time.
Turn him loose.
Let him play.
I'm going to church Sunday. Run, pass, option. I think that's my game.
I love Tim Tebow. I really do. I really love Tim Tebow. Man, that's the one dude I would love to sit down and just talk ball with, just talk life with. I love Tim Tebow.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. Bromance, yes. Sirianni, Tim Tebow, maybe 1-2. Gosh, I wish he had a better NFL career.
I did too. Yeah,
really wish
I
he
do.
And he went to be a tight end.
Well, Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer.
Stop.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer, please. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but that halftime speech, I remember that when he came, he just started talking to them during that championship game. That's why a lot of people raising to Tim Tebow, that fiery, go get him, you got it, that type of guy. So yeah, I really wish he did a better career in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So is it time, Johnny D?
It is time at 7:35. Let's get into it. What's your take on a Tuesday?
All right, so I'm going to go first and just let y'all know these are thoughts also from J-Lo, too. So it ain't just your boy Suave.
This is the point of the show we've gotten to. So now we've got a random thoughts of J-Lo, the 18-year-old.
Yes.
Who doesn't shave. That's what we've come to. Great. Can't wait to hear these.
Oh, this is going to be good. Don't worry, because he actually had something that even
Okay.
my wife said, like, it gets on her nerves, too.
Uh-huh.
But let's go ahead and talk with me. So what's your take on this? Whenever we go to sleep, I don't know about y'all. Unless I am dreadfully tired, like I pass out. I may be the only one, but I need to have that fan on. I need to have some type of noise.
It's a South thing, man.
I don't know. I don't know if it's, like, to me, sometimes I have a fan, have some music like jazz or some scripture or something, you know. So I'm asking y'all, what's y'all take? Like, when y'all go to sleep, do y'all need to have some noise, or you can just go to sleep with pure darkness?
So
Go ahead.
I'm sure J-Lo's got a pair of the, what are those, the blackout blinds that a lot of the kids have today.
Blackout blinds.
You know what I mean? That just darkens the room.
Just darkens the room.
The blackout curtains, the blackout blinds.
Yeah.
For me, look, I'm at the point, I fall asleep with the TV on all the time, but I can do it without the TV. I just need a little bit of darkness, and I need to just hold something. I got to hold something. That's right. I'm not talking about intimately. I'm just talking about holding something. That's it. I just got to hold something. That's what helps me sleep.
Yeah, I gotta hit our new button.
Yes.
Pause.
Thank you.
Pause.
I hit it 3 times.
Pause.
Johnny D.
I got to hold something.
Thank you, Warpath.
Pause.
All right, so Johnny got to hold something.
I mean, you asked.
Pause. Yeah, you're right.
You asked.
J-Lo, so what
For
is
me,
your...
it's basically just I basically just have quiet and darkness. I don't really do anything. The TV kind of distracts me. It keeps me awake or whatever. But yeah, it's just darkness for me. It's pretty boring, basic.
Oh, okay. So there we go. So like I said, with me, I don't care if it's 20 degrees in my room. That fan has to be on. I don't know what it is. That fan. I remember someone talked to me yesterday. They said that hearing a rainstorm will help to go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, you get a lot of those. There are people that sell the music.
Yes.
The ocean.
The ocean.
I like that. You go on YouTube, you can find like the raindrops. The fireplace.
I don't need any of
kinda
that.
like those.
That to me, look, I just got to hold something. That's all it comes down to. Give me something to hold. I sleep like a baby.
Alrighty.
Very good.
All right, so J-Lo, it's your turn. Tell everybody what's
I don't
on your
know. I
mind.
almost thought about not even doing this, but so basically, what's your take on? Is there such thing as too good of service at a restaurant? Say the waiter or waitress comes by every 2 minutes, always asking, "Is everything good? Need anything? Need a refill?" Is everything good? And they won't leave you alone. I might just be ignorant here. I might be alone, but I'd rather be left alone a little more with me and whoever I'm with, my family, my friends, when we're just having a good conversation. And every 2 minutes, the waiter's by, hey, you need anything else? Is this just me?
I think that's a real thing. This goes on all the time, right? As a waiter or a waitress, you gotta understand that fine line, right? You gotta understand your crowd. You got to know your audience. Are they people that you got to be constantly on top of, or do they want to be left alone? Look, I mean, to me, I have never given a bad tip because they ask too many times if I'm good.
Yeah, no, I won't do that.
Right?
But
now, if they totally ignore you and you haven't seen them for 15 minutes when you need a drink or anything else, I think waiters or waitresses. And I could maybe ask somebody in our listening audience if they could chime in. You got to look for body language, man. You got to understand the body language. If they're glancing a little bit, looking for help, a pause in a conversation, something like that. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, look, and I don't like to talk when I eat anyway. So you're not really interrupting anything. I just want to eat. Give me the in and out as quick as possible. It's like the barbershop. Just give me in and out. I'm here, I eat, I'm good, I'm done. Boom, out.
So you'd be perfect at a Chinese buffet.
Absolutely. Look, Mexican restaurant?
Yes.
Man, it's all about high traffic situations.
Yes.
They are quick.
Right?
Yeah, so my thing is, like I said, I go to a Chinese buffet. It does at times, like you might be talking, they just stand in the back, they look at you, and then the minute you put your drink down, me more water, me no more drink, and then they get a drink. And then
what are you doing?
I ain't mean to do the voice. I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
I ain't mean to do the voice.
What is wrong with you?
We were talking about it off air before this. That's what he had said. He's like, I'm not gonna say it like that on air though.
I didn't mean to do that, y'all. Forgive me. But yeah,
Pause.
No, I had to pause. That's a wrong word, but yeah, sometimes I be like,
you need to move on. Let's move on to the next one. You have lost this one.
All right.
Move on to the next one, please.
All right. What's your take on the ham sandwich? So just saying a lunch sandwich, I want to know what your most ideal sandwich is. Is it ham, turkey, cheddar, American cheese, wheat, white bread? What kind of, mayonnaise,
was your
mustard?
question seriously what's your take on a ham sandwich?
That's just the leading into it. What's the perfect sandwich?
What's my go-to sandwich?
Yeah.
Anything with bacon.
Okay.
I'm a big mayo guy.
I am too.
I do like a little bit of cucumber, believe it or not. Gives it a little bit of crunch in there, just sinky good. Look, roast beef, turkey, kind of mix it all together. Anything that could clog the arteries, I'm all about. I told you once upon a time when I lived down in Florida, there was a sandwich shop which was right up the road that I used to frequent often because it was catty-cornered. You had the 7-Eleven on the left, and you had the strip joint on the right. So this sandwich shop was perfect. And they would have a sandwich called the Clogger. The Clogger. And it had ham, it had turkey, it had bacon. And literally when he took a bite, you could feel the blood just stop. It paused. That was perfect. So, if I'm going to go, I'm not a big ham guy anymore. I don't know what it is. Although there are certain types of ham that I do like. Mm-hmm. Right? What is it? Like the
country ham?
Country ham.
No. Yeah, I'm a pastrami guy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Warpath. I'm a big pastrami guy. A little bit of corned beef is nice. But no, it's like the oven baked ham, but it's got a little bit of a what is
honey
it called?
Ham, maybe?
Maybe a little bit of a honey baked ham. I could go that route.
Yeah.
But I'm not a traditional ham guy.
What's your favorite kind of cheese you're putting on there?
Oh boy, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Provolone.
Provolone?
I'm an Italian New Yorker.
I respect
any type of provolone you could get's gonna be good. A little pepper jack if I'm feeling froggy one day. Maybe a little Chick-fil-A with a little pepper jack. Little Colby. A little Gouda. Get a little Gouda. I'm telling you, man, the Clogger. Warpath, do not hate on the Clogger. Look it up. The Clogger, man, was one of my favorite sandwiches. The fact that I'm still living today is a miracle after eating a lot of the Cloggers. Just saying.
Yeah. Suave.
Well, my go-to lunch is definitely I say is the Baker Baker. That's not serving dinner today as well. To let y'all know that Baker Baker, they got the New Jersey, they got the bagels with the cinnamon and all that. So there you go. Make sure you go talk to us at 757-463-0789. Shameless plug right there. But I'm gonna say, sandwich is cool no matter what it is. I have really no preference to a sandwich. Mustard, as long as there's mustard on it, I'm good for that.
You're a mustard person.
I'm a mustard guy.
more of a mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I was just saying.
Yeah, I figured that.
Mustard should be outlawed, by the way. It's got to be spicy brown mustard.
Yes.
The traditional yellow mustard, you got to get rid of it.
Got to get rid
of it, man. Not a fan of it.
You want to move on, Suave?
Yeah, this is the last one. Because this is actually, I know, I really want to, we'll probably get to the 745. I'm going to ask you this question, but for the end of this segment, it's called the ultimate ultimatum. Okay. I used to have this question a lot of times for people, especially when I was in college. And ultimate ultimatum. Because when I used to ask this question, this is to get people thinking a lot. So my question is, would you rather go through hell at your job, have just go through crazy chaos and get paid a lot, or have the greatest peace of mind at your job but get paid the bare minimum?
Interesting question. Let me ask you this question. Will the mortgage company accept minimal payments instead of full payments?
No, look at it, except full, of course.
Well, then I think we know the answer. Bro, it's about making money. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I like to tell you the other way. That's great. Where a job is not a job, it's a passion. You enjoy doing it, all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, until the mortgage company goes, I get it. Totally understand. It's all good. You pay what you can afford to pay this month, then I think we all know the answer.
So Suave, but who's the partner in this situation? Do they have good money?
What you say?
Does the partner have good situation in this money? Good money in this situation?
What do you mean a partner?
It's talking about the spouse, your significant other.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Then absolutely I'm taking the minimum wage.
So you're living off the side piece.
You're right.
Is what you're doing.
You're dang right. I'm having the time
Yeah, there you
of
go.
my life.
All right, there you go, J-Lo.
The time of my life.
Finally got you out of your comfort zone.
Working minimum
I
wage.
see who you are. Mama goes out and makes the money, and you're just going to be that side piece that does stuff around the house.
Yeah,
I got
right.
you. It's all good, man.
There you go, J-Lo.
I have the time of my life.
Oh, you're a pimp. You're a pimp.
Taking a break there, Slato.
Yeah, so we're gonna ask one more question, but we're gonna do it after the break. So coming up, we're gonna mix in what's trending. We're gonna mix in entertainment and we're gonna mix in sports. All together, it's coming up right after the break. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 Traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by Discover. Beware that the off-ramp is partially blocked due to an accident from 64 eastbound to Mercury Boulevard, causing slow-moving traffic from 664. 64 eastbound is also seeing some delays between Settlers Landing Road and Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, as well as congestion heading west on 64 between Tidewater Drive and 564. And expect slow-moving traffic heading north on 664 between 164 and College Drive. I'm Elena Vegso on Fox Sports 1310.
You could skip this ad or double your first-year cash back with Discover. Still here? Discover matches all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Have you heard of plantar fasciitis? Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton with the Good Feet store. Imagine jumping off the back of a pickup truck onto some rocks. That's what it felt like when I was suffering from plantar fasciitis. After searching and trying so many other products, I finally found relief with Good Feet arch supports, and they still keep me running today. Now I get to help others who are struggling with plantar fasciitis to live their life pain-free. Here's another customer sharing their Good Feet story.
Plantar fasciitis feels like pointed, sharp pain. It just hurts all the time. It feels like your foot is squeezing on itself. When I drove past the Good Feet store, I thought, I'm just gonna stop in. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support that were personally fitted just for me. Then it was like, okay, this is something special. These make a difference.
The Good Feet store is in Virginia Beach and Hilltop North and in Newport News in the Marketplace at Tech Center. Visit goodfeet.com to book your appointment today.
Power failures are preventable with a Kellum Mechanical installed Honeywell automatic standby generator. Call today to live your Southside life uninterrupted. Yep, comfy house, warm food, hot showers, even Wi-Fi all day. Financing with credit approval. Kellummechanical.com.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, where every nail-biting overtime win, breakaway, pick six, three-point shot, underdog win, buzzer beater, shootout, walk-off, and absolutely every play in between is amazing. From football to basketball and hockey to baseball, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Virginia.
Whoa. Dollar Bank's new Smart Savings and Platinum Savings accounts are offering annual percentage yields as high as 4.25%. Those savings really add up. Whether you already have a savings balance or you're just starting to save, there's an account option for everyone.
What was that percentage again?
4.25%. And we can also access a great checking account with perks such as card controls to turn your card on or off, real-time card activity alerts, mobile payments, and more.
I like the sound of that. We're not earning that much on our savings with our current bank. How do we get started?
We can open an account online in less than 5 minutes at dollar.bank/save now or by visiting our local Dollar Bank office.
Sounds like a plan.
Do more with Dollar Bank. And don't miss your opportunity to earn up to 4.25%. Dollar Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Annual percentage yield offered on balances from $0 to $10,000 for smart savings and $100,000 to $5 million for platinum savings. Rates may change without notice. Checking account with certain requirements may apply. Account opening is subject to approval and accounts are only available to consumers residing in Dollar Bank's Virginia market.
This is The Herd.
Wow, 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 wow.
With Colin Cowherd.
So now let's get to Steph Curry. And this is the way, don't forget. You want to know the tours that made so much money last year? Bruce Springsteen, Madonna, and the Rolling Stones. But once again, there's a reason that when LeBron and Steph play on like Christmas, it's the highest rated game of the year.
This is The Herd. Weekdays from noon to 3 on Fox Sports 1310. Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, it's the Morning Drive with Johnny D on Fox Sports 1310 AM and 100.9 FM.
Want to know what's happening outside of sports? Here's what's trending in entertainment with Suave.
Back to another What's Trending Entertainment. And like I said, we're going to do something special for y'all today. We're going to mix in entertainment and sports. But before we get to that, the question I was going to ask is this. What's your take on dating? Meaning, are people afraid of rejection or conversation? Because with the rise of dating sites, face-to-face interaction has become a thing of the past.
Well, I think that's society as a whole. Forget about dating sites, man. Kids today, like Jayla, what are you, a Gen?
I'm a Gen Z, I think.
Gen Z, right? Yeah. That 12 to 27 crowd?
Yeah.
They don't like face-to-face interaction.
I don't. I'll be the
at
first to
all.
admit it. Mm-hmm.
I mean, their communication is going to be over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm a Gen Z.
You just like it now.
It really got destroyed by COVID too. COVID just took everything away. Everybody got used to the phone, and yeah, it's bad. I don't do the face-to-face interactions. I don't like it.
You're not a fan of the face-to-face.
I don't do it.
So how do you work at broadcasting when you're at a game?
Good question.
Do you just text the coach?
Oh, well, that's different.
Hey, Coach, J-Lo over here. Where are you? I'm behind the bench. Just best way to communicate.
No, I'll do it for that, but as far as just in public, random people, like when I got to go order something, I'd rather just do it on the app, make it easier.
All right, let's be honest, J-Lo. If you were on a dating app right now.
Here we go.
What picture would you put up? What picture would you put up?
I don't even know. I don't really have any good pictures.
Would you put up a picture of McNeely?
Wow.
Wow. No, I would not put up a picture of Isaac McNeely.
You gotta work on that.
I don't even know what picture I'd use. I have my headshot, but that's I don't know. That's not really good for dating.
No. We gotta work on that.
You gotta spice it up a little bit.
You do.
Suave's gotta take the flicks, huh?
You gotta spice it up a little bit. First off, you gotta get a haircut of somebody who's representative of, hey, I want a date. Right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Suave.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we're gonna work on that. We gotta
get a buzz
some
cut,
clothes,
man.
a haircut.
I used to get a buzz cut every time when I was younger.
Get a buzz cut, bro.
I don't
Just get it done.
How would it look? A buzz cut on J-Lo.
I can show you a picture, but it was a long time ago.
Yes, we did.
I'm just saying. I don't know how people date today. I really don't.
Me neither.
I don't know how they do it.
You're asking the wrong person, unfortunately, Spot.
Yeah.
It's my generation, but the wrong person.
I've
because
got.
you're afraid of rejection. That's why.
Honestly, I don't think people are afraid of rejection at all.
No, you'd be surprised.
Really?
You'll be surprised. You'll be. This is what, because honestly, let's look at it like this. If you're on a dating website, if someone says no to you, okay, it ain't gonna really hurt.
You're never gonna see that person again.
Exactly, because you can just, all right, next one, swipe up. But someone to say, let's say you go talk to someone, she's like, nah, I'm not really interested.
Somebody you already know.
I think they've got the technology today where they do enough vetting. They know if they're going to be accepted or rejected before they even have a conversation. Seriously. I mean, my son has told me this all the time. The amount of DMs that he'll get where you're literally vetting people. What's your story? What's your deal? Who you involved with? Do you want to get together? Like, you don't even have to have a conversation one-on-one.
Exactly.
The vetting has been done to that point, and then it's like, okay, now we can proceed. We've checked all the boxes, right? Can you sign the waiver? I signed the waiver. Now we can proceed.
Are you on this political side?
That's a whole different thing, bro. I'm not even going there.
I'm telling you, like, we should get your son or get your daughter, and we could talk about it. I'm telling you, Johnny, you're going to be looking like, what?
We should do that for a segment once.
By the way,
Bring the sun up.
Warpath on our YouTube stream at Cova Sports TV. If you got a comment, put it into the comment box. I think it's perfect. He said, put a picture of Tony Bennett. I think that's perfect.
Here y'all go, boy.
That'll be your headshot.
Go.
Tony Bennett. Perfect.
Oh, man.
Could it be better?
Could
it be better?
He's forever going to get straight on this show.
He's going to get a new job soon. I can't wait till he gets a new job.
The crazy thing is, I agree with you. He probably will.
He'll get a new job.
Oh,
Absolutely.
man.
Wisconsin, Green Bay.
All right, so let's go ahead and go. This story is interesting about Kevin Hart. He was on the Jennifer Hudson show, and he was like getting older. He don't really take a look into doing wearing pants anymore, because he's getting older and how I feel. And listen to him, I agree, because right now I'm not 40. I'm getting close. But I agree about, about the whole wearing jeans and wearing clothes, So let's take a listen to what he had to say about him getting 40 and not wearing jeans anymore. Let's take a listen.
I don't wear jeans anymore.
You don't what? Now, why you don't wear jeans no more?
I don't wear jeans because I'm getting older. It's all pants, all slacks. Slack.
And that's for a certain age.
I mean, I'm over 40. I feel like a good pant is necessary.
Okay.
Jeans are not the same. Jeans hurt and they're not comfortable. They're not comfortable. I need a comfortable slack. I need something that I can move in and something that's soft when I'm doing this right here. I don't like how jeans feel on my knees. They hurt my knees. I don't like it. And they hurt my waist. Like when you sit down, I don't like how jeans dig in my waist.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like that. All slacks.
Hey, look, full transparency. Full transparency. I do not own one pair of jeans.
Wow.
I have not owned a pair of jeans in the last 3 years. My father, who's 84 years old, has owned the same pair of jeans since 1985. And he continues to wear the same pair of jeans since 1985. Yet yours truly has not owned a pair of jeans in the last 3 to 4 years.
Wait. 1985 was 40 years ago, right?
Absolutely. And they still fit him perfectly. Me, on the other hand, not a jeans guy. Totally understand what Kevin Hart is talking about. I like pants that got a little bit of a give to them.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
What, I wasn't a jeans guy for a long time, but what I got for Christmas this year, because I tried them on and they were really nice, there's like these athletic pair of jeans, and it's much softer. You can bend them.
Those are not jeans.
It's jeans.
They're not jeans.
I've worn them in here.
They are not jeans if you're talking about an athletic pair that have a little bit of stretchiness to them. He's talking about the old school Levi's, Wranglers.
Those are awful.
The most annoying thing on the planet, button fly. I had a pair of those button fly. It would take me an hour to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I tried a pair of those on. No.
And then I got lazy where I tried to just unbutton it in the middle too.
Yep. It doesn't work.
That was a compromising situation.
Hopefully there's something about married moment.
You got to get the stretchiness now, man.
But I'm the same way. Like right now, I wear nothing but joggers and sports. I have jeans, but I rarely will wear them because I just love comfortable, man.
I'll be honest. I think you would be perfect at a barbecue in Newport News with jorts.
Jean shorts, really?
You.
Really?
Perfect.
So I'm looking
I
like
can
one of
see
the
it.
old uncles, huh?
Jorts with Crocs.
Oh, okay. Nope.
I can see it.
No, how you can see it?
I can see it.
How
right
the
now.
heck you can see that?
I can see you wearing
So
jorts.
I'm gonna come with some jorts, look like I'm stuffed in a Pillsbury Doughboy
Carrying a
with
plate of
some
barbecue.
Crocs.
Skull cap.
With a skull cap.
Crocs.
Carrying a plate
Perfect.
of barbecue. Plate of ribs.
That's country.
Wearing a wrestling shirt.
Okay, so I'm country now. That's what it is. I'm
That's
country.
right, yeah.
I'm very country. All right. And lastly, before we go on break, we're going to go over because we have to talk about it. Especially me and Hank. Hank, we had a great conversation yesterday going on leaving. Hey, I love you, Hank. You're my brother, too. Agree, disagree. But Ryan Clark talked about the Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James situation. And honestly, I'm sorry. I agree with Ryan Clark. So let's take a listen to what Ryan Clark had to say on his podcast, The Pivot Show, about LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith. Let's take a listen.
Bronny James, for a 55th overall pick, for a guy who's played well in the G League and been on the bench and got, some minutes in the NBA, he is more negatively critiqued and analyzed than any player who would be picked in that position that does the job the way that he does it. But he's also praised more. He's also been drafted in a place that his resume probably didn't say he should have been drafted in. He's also benefited in NIL when he only averaged 4 points a game. He has marketing and commercials and publicity and followings and get paid away from the court more than Mac McClung, who then led the G League in scoring and won the dunk contest 3 times because you're LeBron James's son. So what does it do to that narrative now? Right? How does LeBron running up on Stephen A. help the narrative? It doesn't. Because the narrative was he's there because of you. He was drafted in the place he wasn't supposed to be because of you. Now, all of a sudden, we can't talk about him either?
Absolutely. And this is what I was trying to talk about with you, Hank. This is the problem. I understand he gets a kid, but look, LeBron did this. This is literally LeBron. LeBron even went to Richard Jefferson and said something. So kind of prove what Stephen A. Smith said. So this is exactly what Ryan Clark said. Mic drop. We're done. And we're going to the third break because that right there was the truth. No matter how you feel about Ryan Clark, that right there is the stone cold truth. And we're done with the second hour. We're going to the third hour, which is the power hour. And we got more free ACC talk. We got ACC talk. We got our man Chris Russell stopping by. It's the morning drive. Let's go.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Back to sunshine today and a little warmer with high temperatures in the mid-60s. We'll see clear skies tonight with lows in the mid-40s. For Wednesday, another nice day, mostly sunny skies with highs in the mid-60s. We'll warm to near 70 on Thursday. For News 3, I'm meteorologist Miles Henderson. Have a great day.
And here's what you need to know.
The Washington Commanders made a big splash in the first hours of NFL free agency Monday, agreeing to terms with defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw. The 27-year-old becomes an immediate replacement for Jonathan Allen after he was released last week. A first-round pick by San Francisco in 2020, Kinlaw had 4.5 sacks and 40 tackles last season with the New York Jets. The MEAC tournament gets underway tomorrow at Scope Arena. Norfolk State's men's and women's basketball teams are the favorites to win. The Spartan men shared the MEAC.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why parents count on CHKD Sports Medicine, advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours. With convenient locations across Hampton Roads and a whole team of experts here to keep your favorite player at the top of their game. CHKD Sports Medicine. Learn more at chkd.org or call the CHKD Sports Injury Hotline.
Kova Painting. We don't just paint, we transform spaces. Visit kovapainting.com or call 757-550-7357 and mention the Sportsplex for 10% off of projects over $1,000.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger for a limited time, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. Yeah, this is not the time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. And there's bacon on that burger. The $7 Bacon Cheeseburger Meal Deal. Now, for a limited time on the $7 Meal Deal lineup. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy. Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
James Catato tells us tonight there's a new team making new noise in the USL2 scene on the other side of the water.
Something special is brewing inside the walls of the Virginia Beach Sportsplex.
We're not here for moral victories. When we're on our day, we're a legit team.
See the stars of the future in pre-professional action at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. This combined season ticket special is for men's and women's. That's 15 games for just $100 for adults and $80 for youth. VBU has a brand new women's team that competes in the W League. Soccer fans, it's time to rally behind Virginia Beach United. Tickets are on sale now. Visit vbunited.com. Don't miss out on Virginia Beach United.
Fox Sports 1310 mobile app. Download us now via the Apple App Store or Google Play Store today. Good morning. It is 8 a.m. It's time for the Power Hour. And this is your Fox Sports update. There's a lot of free agency chaos ensuing currently. For quarterback, Sam Darnold signed with the Seattle Seahawks for 3 years, $100.5 million. And Justin Fields signed with the New York Jets for 2 years, $40 million. Wide receiver Josh Palmer signed a nice deal with the Bills for 3 years, $36 million. On the defensive side of the ball, Josh Sweat was a big name in free agency. He signed with the Arizona Cardinals for 4 years, $76.4 million. As far as your Washington Commanders, they made a big-time trade, landing Pro Bowl offensive lineman Laramie Tunsil, giving up a 2025 third and seventh round pick and a second and fourth round pick in the 2026 draft to get Tunsil and a fourth round pick. Washington also signed defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw to a 3-year, $15 million deal. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, powered by Clover Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310 AM, 4.9 FM, and always streaming live on YouTube at Clover Sports TV and live on the Fox Sports 1310 mobile app. Straight ahead, it's ACC basketball talk. It's the Morning Drive.
Live from the OVM with Annie Mac Home Mortgage Studios, the official home of the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive, powered by Cova Sports TV on Fox Sports 1310, along with Suave and J-Lo. Here's your host, Johnny D.
Hey, Hampton Roads. Good to be with you on Tuesday. Johnny D, Suave, J-Lo. Chris Russell is coming up in about 20 minutes. We'll talk Commanders. He will give us his inside take on day one of free agency, how the Commanders did. Of course, the never too early to break down the winners and losers of day one of legal tampering, right? Mm-hmm. Got a long off season. Got the draft coming up in a month or so, but who are the winners and losers from day one of NFL free agency? I saw that Jonathan Allen signed.
Yes.
A nice deal with the Minnesota Vikings for $60 million. Wasn't going to get that from the Commanders.
No, he was not.
Nowhere near.
Wasn't going to happen. That is for certain.
Good for him.
All right. So we'll continue our conversation with Chris coming up here in a little bit. Also, Suave's motivation on a Tuesday. Hey, I got to leave early today. I got to roll out of here about 10 of. So Suave's motivation, I will not catch it today. So make sure we record that and
I was
put
going to say,
it
I'm
up
sure
on the
you'll be
YouTube
listening
stream.
and be taking notes.
Oh, he's not
I
listening.
should be.
He's not going to listen.
No, I'm not going to
He's
listen.
not.
You haven't figured that out?
No,
If I'm not here, I don't listen.
He doesn't listen.
Why in God's name would I want to listen to this show if I'm not here?
Don't you want to hear your man Suave?
No, not at all.
Suave runs the show, man.
If I missed any of the show, then I go to the YouTube at Cova Sports TV, the Keller Mechanical Audio Vault, and then I can check out all the great moments.
And you can fast forward,
from the show, and of course all the YouTube shorts and everything else. Again, we are streaming live this morning on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. Got a comment? Drop it in the comment box. This morning we'll read it on the air. Warpath, by the way, says he loves jeans. I'm not surprised.
Nah.
I'm not surprised at all.
Nope.
And in fact, I'll go out on a limb, and I will probably say that Hank probably loves jeans as well.
I agree.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I agree to that too.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
My family gives me grief because I don't wear jeans, but I wear the tactical pants. You know what I'm talking about? The old Navy type, but I got a 511. It's got the tactical pants with multiple pockets. I got more pockets than I know what to do with. They're not cargo pants. They're called tactical pants.
I know what you're talking about.
Right? But they got multiple just too many pockets. Similar to like how I felt yesterday with NFL free agency, I was overwhelmed. It was just a lot of information coming in a lot of different directions. X was down. There's a thing called Blue Sky that I learned yesterday that I did not know existed. And then, of course, you got the ESPN app where Adam Schefter took full advantage of. But it's just a lot of information coming at you from a lot of different angles. I didn't know how to handle it. Similar with my pants. When I wear my tactical pants, I got so many pockets, I forget which pocket I put things in.
So you be patting yourself down like you're a cop, don't you?
When I go to do the laundry, I literally have to spend 30 minutes emptying out pockets because you just never know.
All the wasted cash, huh?
You got a lot of cash. You got some coins. You got some pens. You got some notes. There's just cough drops. There's a lot of things going on with the pockets.
And you be like, oh, that was there the whole time?
I mean, do not hate on the tactical pants, my friend.
I'm not hating on it. It sounds
Again,
cool. I might need to get some myself.
You need to get you some tactical pants.
Maybe I do.
If you go out to cover a game with tactical pants, now all of a sudden you got multiple opportunities to put your stuff. Instead of
carrying a backpack or whatever.
Well, look, backpacks are acceptable now. Like I got a backpack. I think that's acceptable.
I need to transfer to that because I've been with the laptop bag that I've been carrying around, but it's so just not as easy to carry.
Hold on a second. You're doing 2 bags?
No, just this bag over here.
Yeah, is it a backpack though?
No, it's
see that's outdated. What are you doing?
Yeah, you got.
What are you doing?
The one I got is you got.
When I originally got my computer, I bought that just at the time. I need to get it like a big backpack.
Hank has chimed in. No jeans, only pants with pull strings. Okay, I got you. College basketball, 7 tickets punch. NCAA tournaments thus far. The Atlantic Sun, Lipscomb, Big South, High Point, Missouri Valley, Drake, Ohio Valley, SIUE, Wofford out of the Southern Conference, which is a sneaky good basketball conference, by the way. Summit League, Omaha beat my Tommies, who could have qualified anyway. And, of course, the Sun Belt last night, Troy was a winner with one of the best-looking coaches in all college basketball over Arkansas State. And you got the CAA, Horizon League, NEC, and WCC going to hand out some more bits today. The CAA, who do we got? Delaware taking on UNC Wilmington, which should be a lot of fun.
Correct.
If you missed the first hour of the show, I told you how I was the mush last night for the Big Cat of Barstool, who was 16-0 in the month of March. We're talking about college basketball. He took the over 146.5 last night in the UNCW Townsend game, I believe it was. So I said, okay.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So I opened up the app, threw it out a couple of dollars, took the over, and of course it lost. So now he is 16-1, thanks to yours truly.
Because of you.
I'm thinking about doing a multiple team parlay straight up today.
Ooh,
just going all in.
That'd be fun.
It's going to be a busy day. So let's talk a little ACC. Right? ACC tournament kicking off today down in, where are they? In Charlotte, North Carolina. The T. Rowe Price, by the way. ACC men's basketball tournament. Hank has chimed in also. He said, William and Mary still never been to the dance. And why would I wear uncomfortable jeans? ODU would be better in the Southern Conference. See, Hank's got to separate the comp. ODU is fine in the Sun Belt.
Yeah,
Trust me, they're fine in the Sun Belt. Today, 2 o'clock, kicks off. You got Pitt, 13 seed, taking on Notre Dame, the 12 seed. Virginia Tech at action at 4:30. I may stop into short break right around 4:30 today.
Get that happy hour snacks.
Get a little happy hour, watch a little Virginia Tech basketball, take it on Cal. And then, of course, the big one tonight I'm going to stay up for. Syracuse, my Orange.
Yes.
The 14th seed going down to Florida State, the 11th seed. Very quick, the odds, in case you're wondering, for entertainment purposes only, of course. Notre Dame is getting 3.5 from Pitt. Over-under on that one is 137.5. Virginia Tech is getting 3.5 from Cal. That's surprising. They both stink, though. They're both 13 and 18 on the year. The over-under on that is ticking up. It's sitting at about 140.5 right now. And let me scroll down. Florida State is laying 3.5 against Syracuse with the over-under 151.5. I will say this. I may take the over in that one.
Oh, you think no defense?
Oh, Syracuse stinks. I mean, for God's sake, UVA scored 70 points.
Yes, they did.
Right? Think about that. At home, you gave up.
We didn't shoot the three. It was
You
all
gave
in the
up,
paint.
and you still gave up 70 points to UVA, who couldn't hit a three. Think about that. Florida State should score 90 tonight in their win over Syracuse. But thoughts? Day one?
No, I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And Notre Dame Pitt, I think, will be a good one. Honestly, I like Pitt. And it's crazy the downfall that Pitt had. Pitt was looking so good halfway through the season. Then they got to the heat of ACC play, and they fell multiple times. I still think they're a solid school. I think they could take down Notre Dame. Virginia Tech Cal, that's obviously a lot of fun just for local purposes. It's all, I don't like Virginia Tech, but I always enjoy watching their games. And I honestly think they have the edge over Cal. And actually, it pains me saying this. I think, because there's one every year, Virginia Tech is going to be that team this year to make a run for no reason. In fact, I have them getting all the way to the semifinals, which might sound crazy. I know it sounds crazy.
So that means they're going to have to beat.
They're going to have to beat
Stanford,
Cal, Stanford,
and
number 2 Louisville. And Louisville looks so good. I like Louisville, but it's just the way they match up. I think Virginia Tech is going to be that team because there's always a team that makes a run out of nowhere every year, and I think Virginia Tech will be that team.
You really think Virginia Tech's going to be that team?
Yes.
The way they've played down the stretch.
Yeah, and they actually played Louisville really well a few weeks ago. They lost by 5, and they have a good offense. They're able to put a solid amount of points. You got Toby Lowell, who's been good all year for the Hokies, so I think they could compete with Louisville. They got to get there first. They got to beat Cal first tonight or at 4:30 this afternoon, so that'll be big. And then Florida State, Syracuse. I got Florida State, but you never know with Syracuse. They had a good showing the other day.
Just
but
stop.
I got Florida State.
Just stop.
I got Florida State.
Behave.
Please, just stop. I mean, Leonard Hamilton, they had a nice little party for him the other day.
Yeah.
At his final game at home. Do the players still want to play for him? That's going to be the question. They got a new head coach coming in. Syracuse, Adrian Autry will still be there. Yeah, they still stink. I will say this: if I'm the ACC tournament, I really do not want to see a Game 2 7 o'clock primetime game between Stanford and Cal.
That's rough.
Who's going to that game?
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean, the matchups in day 2. I'll take a Pitt Notre Dame, take it on North Carolina. Carolina will have a good crowd. Virginia, Georgia Tech will have a good crowd. Stanford, Cal will have no one. And then if you couple it with an SMU, Syracuse travels. The fan base is still delusional, but they will travel. But, I mean, your 9:30 game is going to be SMU and the winner of Florida State, Syracuse. Ugh. Are you kidding me? My question to both of you is this, though. We'll put it up on the poll this morning on the Exit Drive, Johnny D. Taking Duke or the field in the ACC tournament?
It's an interesting question because I looked at it myself. I'm taking the field. I'll tell you what. Duke is one of the best teams in the nation. I like Clemson. Clemson matches up so well. They can match up with almost anybody in the country. They look really good, and I honestly think they're going to win the ACC tournament. And also, sometimes the best team just doesn't win it in the ACC tournament, which is for the better sometimes, because then you get the loss out the way, and they're not as concerned about winning the ACC tournament. They want to win the big one, and I think Clemson could take the ACC tournament. I would take the field.
There is, before you chime in there, Suave, there is something to say about that. There have been teams that have got to play in multiple days. You're playing on a Saturday or a Sunday in this case, right? The ACC is on a Sunday. Yeah, so it's on a Sunday. Is it
Saturday?
No, Saturday night. So then Sunday, you got Selection Sunday. You're on the road on a Wednesday, playing somewhere on a Thursday. Some teams actually, if you know you're already in the NCAA tournament, do not mind.
They're not as worried about it.
Hey, semifinal, I lose. I get a little bit of time to rest, recover, game prep, do some things to get ready for the NCAA tournament. So you would be surprised. Quick, the odds, and I want to get your thoughts here, Suave. Duke right now, the odds to win the ACC tournament, Duke versus the field. Duke is a negative 325 or minus 325.
Right.
Louisville is a plus 450. Not bad.
Not
Clemson is a plus 550. Carolina is a plus 2,200. SMU plus 5,000. Wake is plus 6,000. And hell, why not put $5 down for all other teams plus 20,000 or longer odds to win the ACC
Why
tournament.
did you mention North Carolina?
Because they're plus
That's not
2,200.
crazy. I have North Carolina beating Duke in my bracket, the semifinals. I think
Come on. What are we doing?
it's hard to beat a team 3 times.
Stop.
It is hard.
Stop.
Suave.
Look, is it hard to beat a team 3 times? Sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sure.
It is.
This is not high school basketball.
I'm not saying it is. I'm saying Duke.
Have you watched both outings?
Yeah, and UNC competed for a half and a little bit.
Why did they compete?
But they played well. They got
Why
Cooper
did
Flag
they?
in foul trouble.
Thank you. That's the Hey, look, even with Cooper Flag not playing a majority of the first half, what was the score?
It ended up being double digit. I don't know what the final was, but I just don't think it's a crazy idea for UNC to beat Duke.
Then put money where it. Let's put some money down.
Put some
money down. Look, if you're sitting here talking about North Carolina knocking off Duke, then what I want you to do is take the money line, whatever it might be, when the time comes, and go against Duke. Put some money where your mouth is.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't want to put no money
I
down.
don't know. I don't know. Suave, your thoughts very quick.
We're putting a song to it.
I don't know.
So I'm looking at the tournament and I was just looking at their previous matchups. But basically, all this has been close matchups, except of course the Syracuse and Florida State one. But I think I'm just going to take Notre Dame to beat Pitt. I'm taking Cal to beat Virginia Tech. And I don't know, maybe because I have a love-hate relationship with Johnny D. I think I'm taking Syracuse over Florida State.
Well, you're dumb. Just telling you, you're dumb. You're dumb.
See, look, thank you, Hank. Thank you.
Hank is dumb too. There are a lot of dumb people in our listening audience. Hank is one of them on the YouTube stream at Cova Sports TV. Hank says, put money on Syracuse.
Yeah.
Good for you, Hank. I'm very proud of you. Go for it. Put money down, and I hope you win.
Hey, I'm looking at it. Y'all looking at? I'm looking at it right now on the screen. So I'm about to see how much. If I was to put $100 on Syracuse, what would happen? So y'all go ahead. That's my thought. I'm going to check that for you.
Check that out. Let me know how that works out for you. I'm taking Duke versus the field. I think the only team, Louisville could give them a little bit of a run. Clemson has got the formula.
Clemson can do it.
For how you could beat Duke. You got to get physical in the paint, right? You got to be physical. You have to have somebody who can at least hang with Cooper Flag on the outside and contain one-on-one.
Yeah.
Where you're not running 2 guys at him. Clemson's got a nice guard combination. I love the Chase Hunter kid. They got the big who could stretch the floor outside. You got Shepard over there who's phenomenal. I'm a big fan of him. And they do well in the NCAA tournament and in the ACC tournament. So Clemson might be that one team. And if they match up, that would not be until the finals because they're on opposite ends of the bracket. Wake Forest is intriguing. I think Wake Forest is going to be there. I don't think they could beat Duke. I just find Steve Forbes intriguing, and I think he's a darn good coach. But if you were to ask me, Duke versus the field in the ACC tournament, I'm going Duke.
It's a fair pick.
Because of their defense. Look,
exactly.
The thing with Duke has been the entire year is they have played, and I've talked about this. Me and my buddy talk about this all the time. He is a huge Duke fan. They're playing 90s level defense right now. And that's been the difference. Second half at North Carolina, defensively, lockdown. So I'm taking Duke versus the field. All right?
And apparently, I'm looking at the ESPN bet. They said they gave the Syracuse plus 3.5. So I said I put $100 down, I win $186.
So do it. Do it. What are you waiting for? If you went through all the trouble of pulling up the app, finding the odds, then put your hundy down, and you put your money down on Virginia Tech, too. You think Virginia Tech's going to make a run? Put some money down. I will go the opposite. I'm going to take Florida State straight up, money line. I'll parlay it with
pick.
God, I don't know that Notre Dame.
That's
pick
gonna be
game.
that's gonna be a good game.
It's a back and forth.
I may side with Capel on this one. I may side a little bit with Capel on this one. I'll probably go Pitt, Virginia Tech, Florida State in a 3-team parlay. What is it if I put 1,000 down?
1,000
for a 3-team straight up parlay of Pitt, Virginia Tech, and Florida State.
Is the wife listening right now?
Sure. She is. It's her money.
And you got whoa. And you had something about him using women money, his spouse money, his side piece?
We share money, man. It's a joint bank account.
Okay.
Ain't like you where you got separate accounts or God forbid, J-Lo will never have a joint account. He is entirely too cheap. Man, hey, till death do we part, but we ain't sharing a bank account. Wow. That'll be the vows during his nuptial. For certain. All right, look, we got to take a break.
Yeah, we got to take a break.
All right, straight ahead, man, we'll talk a little Commanders. We'll get his thoughts. He's going to tell us why the Tunsil deal, not a great deal for the Washington Commanders. We'll discuss further. Chris Russell stops by. It's the Morning Drive.
Fox Sports 1310 Traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by Bank of America. The off-ramp is partially blocked due to an accident on 64 eastbound to Mercury Boulevard, causing delays backing up to 664. Also heading east on 64, you're going to run into some delays between Settlers Landing Road and Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel. An accident's causing some backup on 64 westbound between Indian River Road and 264, as well as between Tidewater Drive and 564. And expect delays approaching downtown tunnel on 264 heading eastbound. I'm Elena Vegso on Fox Sports 1310.
Whether you run a local shop or a global enterprise, Bank of America gives you access to business solutions to make every move matter. What would you like the power to do? Find out at bankofamerica.com/banking for business.
Power failures are preventable with a Kellum Mechanical installed Honeywell automatic standby generator. Call today to live your Southside life uninterrupted. Yep, comfy house, warm food, hot showers, even Wi-Fi all day. Financing with credit approval. KellumMechanical.com.
Pandas Fight Against Cancer is a local nonprofit dedicated to supporting families battling cancer. By raising funds, spreading awareness, and organizing fun, creative community events, they provide direct assistance to those in need, easing the hardships of families facing the fight of their lives. Join the cause and help make a difference. Support Pandas Fight Against Cancer. Visit pandasfight.com and follow them on Instagram and Facebook. Let's fight cancer together. Visit pandasfight.com.
Have you heard? Dollar Bank's new smart savings.
A good one. Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
Portco is your local nonprofit organization dedicated to economic empowerment through employment for people with disabilities. We focus on abilities, not limitations, providing on-the-job vocational support. Find your pathway to employment. Contact us or learn more at portco.org.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
At Rush Soccer, our love of the game and the community we create doesn't stop when we leave the pitch or when the season ends. We are more than
This is Fox Sports 1310. Keep up with the trends. Follow us on X at Drive Johnny D or Instagram at Morning Drive Johnny D.
I believe our next guest deserves a better entrance song than what is playing right now, Suave. Can we work on that? Huh?
You don't like Travis Scott?
That's Travis Scott?
That's the one that hit Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, but do we have something like a WWE sort of entrance song for him?
Yes, we do.
We do?
Jayla, if you look on the StreamYard, go and give him that head of the table music.
Oh, the
Head of the table music.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes.
He is the head of the table.
Head of the table.
See,
Yes.
that's a lot better, man. I mean, we got to take care of these people that are coming on the program.
Keep going down. Keep
I
going
mean,
down.
what's wrong with you people?
Keep going.
All right?
Right there. Roman Reigns.
I mean, are we going to get to it sometime today?
Nope.
All right. You can join him. You can follow him
There
on
you
the
go.
X at WrestleMania 621. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the head of the table when it comes to the Washington Commanders. What am I doing here? What am I missing?
You got to put your ones in the air.
You got to acknowledge
I got to put the ones in the air. Do I wave them like I just don't care? Or?
No.
Acknowledge your tribal chief.
No, you got to acknowledge me, Johnny D.
That's right.
Yeah.
Acknowledge him.
I am entirely too white for this segment right now.
The original tribal chief was busy last night at Madison Square Garden, ripping Seth Rollins' ass out of the steel cage and beating the pulp out of him.
And giving CM Punk the tattoo.
Exactly. There you go. There you go. Suave knows. Suave knows the deal.
Come on, we're out in the relevancy right now, man.
Wow.
The head of the table.
Wow.
Go ahead.
I have
Chris.
lost total control of this segment.
See,
Chris
Johnny,
Russell is
while you knuckleheads were probably watching like Pepperdine or whoever was playing in another meaningless college basketball game, Suave and I were watching Steel Cage Mania at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. Now, Chris, shame on you. You should know me by now. Pepperdine is on entirely too late. I was taking in a little Wofford Furman to get me ready for the NCAA tournament. So there you go.
Yeah.
Or a little UNCW putting the mush out on our boy Big Cat of Barstool, who was 16-0 until I took the over last night on that game. But how are you this morning? Busy day yesterday. Were you like me? Were you a little bit overwhelmed at times? Because you were on the air, were you not? Live when this was all going on?
So on the air during a lot of it, but what happened, unfortunately, for us was the Javon Kinlaw news hit like maybe an hour or so before the show. And then literally right after we signed off, both the Laramie Tunsil and Jeremy Chin news came out. I mean, literally within 30, 45 seconds after we got off the air. So most of my reaction to that has been on Twitter, X, Twix, whatever you want to call it. And then as well, I did like an Instagram live thing last night that people can still go check out if they really want to and bore themselves to death at Chris Russell DC on Instagram. But the bottom line is, yeah, man, it was a busy day. And I kept saying during the show, I said, because there were people already frustrated that they hadn't been making big moves or that didn't like the Kinlaw move. And I didn't love the Kinlaw move, but I kept saying there's another big move to be made. And there's another big move that will be made. I was just wondering whether that was Trey Hendrickson. I honestly wasn't thinking, and I don't think anybody else was, Laramie Tunsil.
Why? Why would Houston get rid of a guy, 31 years of age, considered one of the best left tackles in the NFL? I know he's got 2 years remaining. He's got $10 million. And they're going to have to pay C.J. Stroud here in a couple of years. I totally get that. So are they just trying to get ahead of it and say, you know what, we're not willing to give him an extension. Let's get something for him now.
Yeah.
Albeit we were one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL last year, and we still won a playoff game with a franchise-type quarterback. Like, I'm still trying to figure the whole thing out.
Right. And so am I. And that's part of the mix, obviously. It's got to be contract related or extension related. And, part of that, also part of it, don't forget, they fired Bobby Slowick Jr. after the year, which was a little bit of a surprise to some. So you have new offensive coordinator, who I don't have much of a file on, to be honest with you. And a new offensive line coach. So they maybe look around and say, for whatever reason, he's not what they want. Now, what they're going to find out is, I think they allowed 252 pressures last year, according to Next Gen Stats, over a 17-game regular season. They better, have a significant answer, not only at left tackle, because that was the one position they really didn't have to worry about, but all across their line. They let Shaq Mason go, who had a really bad year at right guard that has been a perennial Pro Bowl type player, had a good year in 2023, CJ Stroud's rookie year. So they've got a lot of retooling. Obviously, they'll be busy there in free agency and the draft. But, whatever the reason is, I think the Commanders looked and said, all right, they clearly decided at some point that they wanted to upgrade left tackle, because by pushing Brandon Coleman presumably to left guard, or they could put him at right tackle. So I don't want to rule that out, that across the board would improve the offensive line. They're not wrong by any means. I guess I was just a little surprised at how aggressive they were taking big swings at left tackle. They went after Ronnie Stanley, or they were going to go hard after Ronnie Stanley at Baltimore if he didn't re-sign with the Ravens over the weekend, which he did. So that obviously adjusted the path.
Chris Russell joining us here on the program. Follow him on the X at Russellmania 621. So a busy day one. I hate to get into the cliche of the winners and losers from the day one of free agency, but just kind of give me your initial thoughts on who you thought won the day, or who impressed you the most with the moves that they made very early on.
I mean, the Bears have stood out to me. They signed Drew Dahlman, the best center on the free agent market, yesterday after acquiring Joe Tooney, and who was the other guard that they got last week? The guy from Jonah Jackson, who used to be with Ben Johnson in Detroit, was with the Rams. So they've signed 3 new starters to bolster their interior defense, offensive line. And then yesterday they went out and got a young, talented, but not fully, I guess, well-known pass rusher from Indianapolis, Oyedengo, I think is how you say his last name. And they went out and got Grady Jarrett as soon as he became available. Now, I don't think Grady Jarrett's the player that he used to be prior to the major injury about a year and a half ago, but he's still going to help them and still going to help out Montez Sweat. So Chicago stands out immediately. I mean, listen, do we like what the Commanders have done? I do. I mean, it's aggressive. Like Adam Peters came here with the book, I'm going to build through the draft. Well, maybe that was the case when they thought this isn't going to go as quickly as it did. Now that it did, they swung 3 big deals in the last, 2.5, 3 months, whatever it is. Marshawn Lattimore, Deebo Samuel. I always want to call him Curtis Samuel. I wide receiver. Mishmash of guys in my mind. Sorry. I always have to think Debo, and now the trade for Laramie Tunsil. So are you building through the draft? Yeah, kind of. Last year, obviously, Jaden and Sandra Still and Brandon Coleman and others. You still have some picks this year? Of course you do. Right now you have, the number 29. You still have your second-round pick. You do not have a third-round pick. You've traded both of them away. You got a 4th back, which you had traded away in the Lattimore deal. So they are building sort of through the draft, but also supplementing hard through the trade market, which is an interesting turn of events, because quite honestly, I didn't think that we would be here where he would make 3 pretty significant veteran trade acquisitions in a little over a year, meaning Peters.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at right now in the NFL, quarterbacks on rookie deals are shaping NFL spending.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. You look at the Commanders, You look at the Bears, and we look at the Patriots.
Yeah.
Patriots got a lot of money.
And the Patriots. To your point, the Patriots. I now listen. Did they spend bad money? I don't know. I mean,
well, they got money
I
to
like
spend.
I like Milton Williams, but I don't know if I like him at 26 and change a year. When he's got to play 700 snaps. So we'll see. But they needed help on their defensive line. They needed, sometimes. Here's the one thing that I would say, and I don't know how you guys feel about this. Like, just because you have money doesn't mean you have to spend all of it. Just doesn't mean you spend good money, right? And I do worry a little bit about how much money, like a team like the Patriots have spent. And going back to the Commanders, sorry, my dog is not happy with the timing of things here. Going back to the Commanders, I would say, like, I didn't love how much money they spent on Kinlaw. I don't even love the fit on Kinlaw because he's done diddly poo for the most part in his career. I know he did have 4 sacks last year with the Jets. That's a good defensive front. Quinnen Williams helps out a lot. He doesn't have a player like that here. He's been kind of undisciplined. He's not a good run stopper. I don't know why they spent $15 million a year on him. I was thinking more like 1 year, $5-6 million on him. If they brought him in, I was very surprised by that contract. So, I do worry about these teams that have a lot of resources to spend and then overspend. But that's part of the game in free agency, right? You're not usually going to get, a dollar store discount on a lot of guys.
Before I let you go, we did open the comment box on YouTube at Cova Sports TV. If you got a question, you got a comment for Chris, drop it into the comment box. Somebody dropped a comment in. Ask him about gonging Paulie yesterday. What does this mean exactly that you gonged Paulie yesterday?
Yeah. All right. So on the warpath, I guess is how is who asked that. I saw. So I appreciate that. That means you were listening to my radio show. So Paulie. Paulie. He is very strong-willed and minded, and he thinks he knows everything. And he kept referring to Javon Kinlaw by a different name. I forgot the name that he was using, but he repeatedly said that a couple of times, and he was trying to shred me for talking too much and for being down on the move. And so I kept giving him notice. I kept saying, Paulie, get it right. I'm just doing analysis here, real-time analysis. It's just my opinion, whatever. And he kept going after me. And he kept saying the guy's name wrong. And then he butchered another name. So I gonged him. And what the gong is, what's kind of developed there is Paulie is the only one that we use the gong for, and it means your time is up because you simply won't shut up. So I have to gong his ass. I have to gong his ass, and then that drops the call immediately because we can't take it anymore.
Sure.
Put him in a porta potty.
Is it okay if I steal that idea for this show?
Sure.
Okay with that?
We
Okay.
need that.
Gotcha.
Oh,
All right.
man.
Well, I just
Wait,
want to make sure I'm asking permission.
Wait a second. Is that just for Paulie on your show, or is that
No,
for
I'm gonna do it
anybody
for
that drives you
everybody.
crazy?
No, it's pretty much going to be everybody. Everybody drives me crazy, so it's going to be for everybody.
Well, listen, we work in an industry where we love callers, right? We love fans' opinions. I mean, we want that. But in the end, a lot of them are kind of dumb. So, you got to resort to you got to have something. Maybe I'll start using it for other terrible callers. Paulie gets it because he's being so rude and obnoxious. And I always tease him. I said, he does a show at 2:30 in the morning on Team 980, where I do a show at 2:30 in the afternoon. So he's very, very jealous and very bitter. So he takes it out on me. So that's why I have to gong his ass.
Okay. Can we use the gong on co-hosts?
Really?
Yes,
absolutely. Okay.
If J-Lo starts going off about his Philadelphia nonsense and what other teams do you like, J-Lo? The Eagles and the Phillies, ring the bell and all that crap. How about we ring the gong?
I like it.
The Flyers.
I think it's a keeper. Chris,
Yeah.
always a pleasure, my friend. You can follow him on the X.
These hands right now.
I know. You can follow him on the X at WrestleMania. I would hit the gong right now. This is what I'm talking about. At WrestleMania 621. Check him out weekday afternoons at the Team980.com 1 to 4. Chris, always a pleasure. Enjoy another fantastic day of Commander banter up there in the D.C. area.
I will. By the way, I did mention you guys at least once, if not twice, during the opening portion of my show last week after we talked about it. So I just want to make sure that you got my you got some flowers up in the DMV. Okay.
I will be listening in again when I go to the gym at about 1:05 today. All right.
Attaboy.
That's my goal.
All right.
Appreciate it, Chris.
Thanks, fellas. Bye.
Somebody's got to support you.
Peace.
That's what I'm here for. Chris Russell joining us here on the program. All right, we'll take our final timeout. When we come back, man, what to watch for tonight, get you up to date, and also Suave's motivation for a Tuesday. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm packing up right now. It's the morning drive.
Fox Sports 1310 traffic.
This traffic update is brought to you by the Virginia DMV, reminding you to look twice for motorcyclists. Expect heavy traffic heading east on 264 between Effingham Street and Berkeley Bridge. We're seeing congestion heading north on 464 between Main Street and 264. Heavy traffic on 64 westbound due to an accident blocking the right lane between Indian River Road and 264. And 64 eastbound is also seeing backup between King Street and Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel. I'm Elena Vegso on Fox Sports 1310.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there, because here you are more. One Life Fitness.
As a banker at Town Bank, we believe that people bank with people, not with banks. You're looking for an actual personal relationship, and that's what you get at our bank. You get that person that gets to know you, gets to know your business, is there for you. I think that is what motivates us, what drives us, and the idea that we are trying to serve others and enrich lives, I think is very true.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
Portco is your local nonprofit organization dedicated to economic empowerment through employment for people with disabilities. We focus on abilities, not limitations, providing on-the-job vocational support. Find your pathway to employment. Contact us or learn more at portco.org.
I'm Dr. Mark Cardelia, orthopedic surgeon and surgical director of the CHKD Sports Medicine Program. We see a lot of knee injuries in student athletes these days, and many of these are ACL tears. Parents often ask how to know when a knee injury may be serious. The most obvious symptom is severe pain or swelling in the knee joint. Your child may have heard a pop when the injury occurred. Look for signs they can't put weight on the knee.
The new home for the Hampton Road sports fan. It's the Morning Drive with Johnny D, Suave, and J-Lo on Fox Sports 1310 and Cova Sports TV.
Wrapping it up on a Tuesday edition of the Morning Drive. We appreciate all of the listeners and all of the people chiming into the chat box, the texters, the callers. We appreciate you all. Appreciate Chris Russell for stopping by. Again, we'll thank him.
You know, I kind of like the idea, man. That Chris Russell coming with wrestling music.
Yeah, I do. I'll tell you what, that was great. When we had him come in with the OTC music, that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's like, a demon's coming in. Not a demon, a monster.
Absolutely.
We should do that more often for sure.
Definitely. That's going to be for him every time he come in. Different wrestling theme songs for him.
So we got to do one each week. Huh?
Oh, definitely.
So he's going to be next week.
Yep. It's going to be, I'm going with a little Jey Uso. I'm going with a little Yeet next week.
We got to do one swap. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeet. There you go,
if Johnny
Chris.
was here, he'd be losing his mind right now.
Because he wouldn't know what we're talking about. That's why.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, no, we once again thank Chris Russell for stopping by. A couple things coming up. What to watch for? Suave's motivational speech coming up. But first, Suave, you mind if we get a quick update of the Pacer Apparel poll question of the day?
Oh, absolutely, man. Let's go ahead and start. We got the new offensive tackle from Houston Texans, which is the Terry guy. So, Laramie Tunsil. So we asked this question, y'all. I have to do it. John D said it. Please pray for the man. So remember when Tunsil had that little gas mask situation thing going on? Yeah. So we asked.
By the way, did you see Paulie's tweet?
Yes, I see Paulie's tweet, man. So we gotta ask: is it okay for him to inhale? Yes, that's the question we asked. And leading at 100% goes to it's okay to inhale. There you go, Johnny D. That's right for you. Now, next one, Commanders. We had the free agency yesterday. Of course, we got some today. But for yesterday, we want to know, what is the grade? We have 4 choices: A, B, C, or completely fail. Leading at 42.1% goes to A. At 36.8% goes to B. 15.8% go to C. And 5.3% go to fail. Woo! Some people think they ain't good.
Some people are haters.
Hey,
is Chris Russell one of them? Did you vote an F?
I bet Johnny D voted on that one,
Johnny
too.
D voted an F.
Yeah, or Hank, too. Next one, we were talking about Duke basketball and the whole Cooper flag, and it all derived from Dave Wills not being on the top 10 Duke from Fox Sports. But we asked, if Duke wins the championship, is Cooper Flag the greatest Duke player to go one and done? Leading at 66.7% goes to no. And I wonder. I agree too.
Listen, he's been phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. One of the greats, probably one of the best, if not the best basketball player in the country right now, as far as college basketball goes. Has he really done enough to prove that, though? That is an elite list that's up there, the top 10.
Yeah.
An elite list of names. I mean, you're talking about J.J. Redick, you're talking about Grant Hill, all these legendary names. Are we really going to throw Cooper Flag in that same... Now, he's great. Again, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this question, Suave. Is he better or worse than Zion Williamson?
Zion, all I remember about Zion.
College Zion.
I know that. So,
NBA
NBA is a different story. All I really remember from Zion being in college is basically being a human highlight reel. And being, like they say, a man amongst boys, the cliche. That's all I really remember of Zion. So I don't remember him being like this person who's going out getting 30, 40 points.
The only other thing I remember,
20 rebounds and all that.
Still so crazy to me. Do you remember him slipping through the shoe?
Yes.
That was insane.
Yes.
How does that happen? I still don't even understand. He literally slipped through his shoe. I don't know if he broke his ankle, broke his foot, whatever he did. It was crazy.
Yeah, so I was looking at all the one and dones from Duke. So I'm going to go to like the top 5 because it's basically like it's a lot of them. So number 1 was Zion Williamson. Then number 2 was Tyus Jones. Number 3 is Jaleel Okafor. Number 4 is R.J. Barrett, and number 5 is Marvin Bagley III. Now, of all those names, if Cooper Flag was somehow they win the championship, will he be better than those 5 guys that what they did at Duke?
I don't know. I've also heard rumors that he could be coming back to Duke for another year.
He ain't coming back.
I really don't think that's true.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I gotta crunch down the number. You look at the numbers, but he's great. It's just, is he that good. He might be. Honestly, maybe he could replace Badgley.
I think so.
I think he can replace Badgley.
But RJ Barrett, I remember RJ Barrett was a bucket.
RJ Barrett was explosive. He was on that same team with Zion. Man, I'll tell you what, that Duke team featured Zion Williamson. I remember because I'm a UVA fan. We play them twice a year.
Yeah.
We went against Zion Williamson, RJ Barrett, and Cam Reddish. Such an unstoppable team. And that team infuriated me.
Exactly. So will Cooper Flag be better than one of those three? I don't know.
Well, he's better than Cam Reddish. I'll put it that way. That's for sure.
But
RJ Barrett is tough.
Yeah.
I feel like he might be, honestly. I think he's past RJ Barrett.
Okay.
Zion, I don't know. Zion was good. Zion was as explosive as it gets at the college level. Now, granted, if Duke wins the national championship, then yes, Zion could get that done. They had two scares. They had a scare against UCF.
Yep.
They had the scare against Virginia Tech, and then they finally lost. But if Cooper Flag could win that national championship, that's something that Zion Williamson can't say he did.
That's true. Well, those are our questions from our Pacer poll questions for today.
For sure.
So Jayla, what are we watching for today?
What to watch for tonight? We talked a lot about it early in the 8 o'clock hour. The ACC tournament kicking off tonight. It's actually kicking off this afternoon at 2 o'clock on ACC Network. Pitt will be taking on Notre Dame again. This is in Charlotte, North Carolina. At 4:30, Cal will be taking on Virginia Tech. That'll be on ACC Network. And then at 7 o'clock, Syracuse, Johnny D's Orange, will be playing Florida State on the ACC Network. Some other college basketball going on. The CAA Championship between Delaware and UNC Wilmington will be tonight at 7 o'clock. That'll be on CBS Sports Network. Also, Spivey, that'll be on our sister station, Priority Audio Sports Radio 94.1. Also, another championship that's happening at 9 o'clock. The West Coast Conference Final between Gonzaga looking to extend their crazy streak against St. Mary's. And then also, you got some more spring training baseball happening. You have the Baltimore Orioles playing the New York Yankees on Masson at 1 o'clock today. Then also at 1 o'clock, the New York Mets playing the Houston Astros on MLB Network. At 4 o'clock, the Milwaukee Brewers playing the Chicago Cubs on MLB Network. And at 9 o'clock, the Oakland, or what do I call them now? The Vegas A? I don't know where they are in the minors, right? Because they're in the minor league stadium, waiting for the new stadium. Regardless, the Vegas A's, I guess, whoever, they'll be playing the San Francisco Giants, the baseball Giants, on MLB Network at 9 o'clock. Also, NBA on Washington Wizards will be playing the Detroit Pistons on Monumental Sports Network at 7 o'clock. Then also at 7:30, the Milwaukee Bucks playing the Indiana Pacers on TNT.
All right. So before we get to the motivation, I checked into the bet because y'all listening.
Oh yeah, we didn't get to this on the air.
Yeah, so Johnny gonna hear because he said gonna go to our Kellen Vault. If you put $1,000 down, because we're in Virginia, you can't do Virginia Tech in California. If you put $1,000 down on Pittsburgh and Syracuse winning, you will win $5,769. So Johnny D, you say you want to put $1,000 down?
Put your money where your mouth is.
Put your money where your mouth is. You say you wanted Pitt and Florida State, and I said I'm gonna take Notre Dame and Syracuse. We're gonna talk more about that. But yes, it is time for the motivation for today. We're gonna end the show with this one. So this quote comes from former President John F. Kennedy, and we're talking about time. So his quote was, "We must use time as a tool, not as a couch." So I would say it like this: there's 24 hours in a day. Now, because it says that 24 hours, you need 8 hours of sleep and 8 hours of working, and you have that free 8 hours. So it's all about what you do in those free 8 hours. I always say, try to learn. You got your rest. You was at work. Now try to build. Don't let time pass you by. One of the worst things that can happen is you let time pass you by. Next thing you know, a month goes by, a year goes by, 5 years, and now you look back and say, man, I could have did this at this point in my time in my life, but I waited so long. Now don't get me wrong. You know, time, as long as you got breath in your body, you still got time. But utilize it right now. Time is the most precious thing in life because you never know when your number is called. Tomorrow, they always say, tomorrow is a mystery. The yesterday is history, and today is a gift because it's called the present. So I'm honest. I'm telling you right now, the time that you got, use it wisely. Think big. Go big. Do things to elevate you and your family. I'm trying to tell you, use your time. for precious time, for precious things. And you're going to see when you do that, then you're going to see that your fruit of your labor be flourishing, all because you use your time for the right things instead of using your time to be lazy. And that's my motivation for y'all on a Tuesday day. And we'll see you tomorrow. This is The Morning Drive. Have a good day, y'all.
Here's a quick weather update from the News 3 First Warning Storm Team.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist